Hello and welcome to Hint Plays. I'm Nightbites and I'm your Ghost Master today. Hint Plays is a channel for RPGs, tabletop gaming from Hobby Gamers International. We run games on a 3-week rotation with a rotating cast of players and games masters. We also do occasional specials, much like this one, where we look at new games, play online board games, chat about all things gaming, or play something special because there's a special event on, like Halloween. This is the second in our anthology of Halloween games this year, and we are playing Ghostbusters, hence Ghostmaster rather than Games Master. And our players will be playing members of a franchised Ghostbusters team who have been drafted in to remove the spooks and spectres from a school. So let's bring our players on and have them introduce themselves and their characters. Starting from left to right on my screen, Fish, over to you.
Hello, I'm Fish, obviously, and I will be playing Charlie Laszlo, who is primarily here to shoot things with a proton pen. That's his thing, that's what he does. But if doing so he can find romance, that will be good.
Shard.
Hi, I'm Shard. I'm going to be playing Dr. Vector Peterson. um, the smart one in the group. I know all about ghost psychology and how to run away and not get hurt.
Okay, Drut, who are you playing in?
I'm playing Lester Vaughan now. Lester's here to serve humanity. He's not looking for Miss Right. He's looking for Miss or Mister right now.
That couldn't have sounded more Avon if you'd tried.
Well, I'm veering at the moment between the voice I use for my Eclipse Phase character, which Fish always wants to walk over and hit me for, and Leslie Thomas. So it's kind of ding dong.
Oh boy. And Molly, who are you playing, please?
I am playing Theodore Bernard Disastro, also possibly nicknamed TBD. He is a soulless scientist and dispassionate, intelligent, at least as intelligent as Dr. Vector. Honestly, don't get me started. And ambitious and the level head in this crew of faintly ridiculous people. Honestly.
Retrogrades?
Reprobates.
Yeah.
Reprobates.
Reprobates. They're not quite reprobates. They're more just well-intentioned but leaderless.
I reckon
Until
under that
now.
soulless exterior lies a warm, beating heart.
And rounding out our squad of 5 Ghostbusters, Alexia.
I am playing John Smith. He is a doctor. He's actually Dr. John Smith. He wants. I didn't say a good one. I just said that he is. He is very buff and he likes kicking stuff in general and to be famous. Which I mean, try to imagine somebody saying the famous Dr. John Smith. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, being able to fix someone up after you've kicked the shit out of them just means you can kick the shit out of them more.
Yeah, exactly. You know exactly how he is. He will enjoy kicking shit out of these ghosts.
So that is our squad of Ghostbusters. Now, before we start into play, I'm going to talk a little bit about the game because it's an amusing little game. I'm sure Fish can give me the exact year, but I think it's about 88, 89.
I believe it was earlier than that. I
Really?
think
So?
it was made but I'm not 100% sure.
But what I do recall from this is that it is a game that it uses a dice pool for rolling skills. Everything is run on a number of dice. Each character has 4 skills rated effectively 1 to 5 for the purposes of the game so far. And you roll that many d6.
Just doing a little thinking, and this game used the D6 dice pool before Star Wars did.
Which makes it the
Star
first.
Wars came out when I was still in school, and I left school in '88. So
Right, so about 86, 87 then.
got to be mid-'80s at the latest.
Funny you mentioned about this using the dice pool mechanic before Star Wars. As far as I can tell, this is the first tabletop roleplay game to use a dice pool mechanic. I thought it was Star Wars, but I'm pretty sure this one is the first. It certainly beat the likes of World of Darkness and everything that's come since. But where this game differs from most other dice pool games, it doesn't take each individual die as its own roll against the target number. They all add together to beat a target number.
In fairness, it's about 50-50 with dice pool games, whether they're treated individually or not.
Ah, okay.
As I told it, the first edition of Ghostbusters came first, then Star Wars, then the second edition of Ghostbusters. World of Darkness, I think, was the first one to use the dice individually for success. Though I would have to look up the dates between it and Shadowrun. Because Shadowrun first edition was the other one.
Yes. Yes, I encountered Shadowrun before I encountered World of Darkness, but yes. Anyhow.
Me. Sorry, I'm not coughing to get your attention or anything. I'm still getting
That's
over a
fine.
chest infection. I apologise.
So
Multi feels your pain.
each of our characters have 4 attributes. With other character sheet in front of me, it's muscle, moves, cool, and brains. Possibly not in that order.
Yep.
With a rating of 1 to 5, and that's how many dice they roll. Every character also has a trait respective to each one of those. If what they're rolling against relates to the trait, then they get an extra 3 dice. So they could be rolling up to 8d6 against the target number. Now, what's the target number likely to be? So something fairly simple or easy might be they're rolling it to equal or beat a 5. Something that's normal, run-of-the-mill, business as usual, 10 would be the target number. And then they go upwards from there to the likes of 30, where it's nigh on impossible. And if you're talking of fighting Gozer the Gozerian, then you're looking around the 50 mark.
Ooh.
That's when you do stupid shit like crossing the beams.
Yes. And the game doesn't have hit points for characters as such. Where characters may take damage, be it through being accidentally caught in the arm with a proton blast or something, they just lose brownie points. Brownie points are a catch-all that cover resources, finances, so it would cover medical bills, hence that's why injuries come off from it. But it's also a resource that you can dive into in times of absolute dire need to add some extra dice to the pool if you really, really need to make that roll.
This game comes with capitalism baked in. Oh
Yes,
my God.
it does. It comes with
It is
capitalism
a
baked in.
franchise.
It's a franchise. That's the word I was looking for, yes. Franchise resources is covered by brownie points. It's your equipment, it's your healthcare package, it's everything.
Wow.
I was thinking of it as universal credits, not by universal credits as we use it. I'm talking the universe.
That could work too, yeah. But this isn't a deadly serious role-playing game. Characters, unless they do something really, really outlandish, generally don't die. They just have a extended hospital stay or something.
Challenge
Okay,
accepted.
yes, that's just exactly what I was thinking.
So the setup
really?
here is that we've got 5 Ghostbusters who are part of a franchise, and they've been contacted to sort out some hauntings of sorts in a school. So, Banquo High School has been closed due to having had too many accidents on its premises in recent weeks. Accident investigators have swept the site, couldn't find anything out of order. Police have questioned the survivors, witnesses, and they've swept the site and can't find any signs of criminal misdeeds. Local priest was called in and tried to exorcise the site, and he ran screaming. So, who are you going to call? This lot.
Ghostbusters.
The only logical choice, yes.
Obviously, we planned that, chat. We planned that really well.
Now, legend has it that the school has in the past been the scene of an horrendous accident, and it's said that a villainous, dead obviously, school principal still roams the halls on a dark and stormy Saturday evening under a full moon. Now, tonight is Saturday. There's a thunderstorm overhead, and the calendar on the wall says there's a full moon. So it is, of course, tonight that you are going to meet the janitor outside the building. Sorry, Fish? You've gone.
So there is something strange in your neighbourhood. Yeah, I'd like to make... Never mind.
We will take up play whereby you've been issued a map of the building, which you should be able to access either from images if you haven't got it on screen already. For those looking at the channel, it's the big map in the middle, which we will zoom in and zoom out to take a good look at that as time goes on. The vehicle that our Ghostbusters arrive in is indeed Ecto 1. And in the back of Ecto 1, they have a fairly good array of gear. They've got 5 proton packs. They've got 8 ghost traps. Each ghost trap can only hold 1 ghost. They've got 5 Ecto visors, which effectively give you night vision. You've got a camcorder. You've got 3 PKE meters, psychokinetic energy, help you track the ghosts around. You've got 5 walkie-talkies, Geiger counter, infrared camera, scuba gear just in case, and of course a copy of Tobin's Spirit Guide.
I'm definitely bringing that with me.
You can only carry 3 things each, unless you are particularly strong and want to go in as pack horse and do nothing but carry gear around.
Muscles.
So the first decision you need to make is, what are you taking with you?
Okay.
He's not as smart as he thinks. Spirit Guide with him, he'd have memorized it all.
I am intelligent enough to know that looking things up is a lot easier than trying to remember when I'm freaking out.
How many proton packs did you say we had?
5.
5.
Right.
We've got enough for everyone.
Yep.
Got them strapped to my back.
Yeah.
I think having all of us bring it along is not a bad idea, but we also don't know what we're up against yet either. It sounds like a class 4, because if it's a dead principal and we know who they are, it's a human ghost, blah, blah, blah.
Maybe we can just talk to them.
Possibly, though, if they're villainous and like to murder kids, they might want to murder us.
To be fair, who hasn't wanted to go on some kind of murder, death, kill spree at school? As a principal. As a principal.
Do I need to sit down with you and do our monthly psychology meeting? Because I'm feeling some tension coming out of you right now.
If you want to sit down and relieve my tension, that's absolutely helpful. Your voice is just so calming.
All right. Well, I guess we'll pencil that in for tomorrow afternoon.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
It's a day.
And they say that scheduling such
I actually
destroys
pull out.
romance.
I actually pull out a mini calendar and pencil it in.
Don't do it often, but if I can, I can slay the GM time.
This game was built for that.
Oh dear.
Okay. Karmic Vengeance. A small spider just ran across my glasses.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's what I just thought. It looked like a very big spider initially because it was on the outside of my lenses.
So I think initially I'm not going to take a proton pack, especially if at least 2 of us are. I'm going to bring Tobin's. I'm going to bring a PKE meter and a ghost trap.
A ghost trap. It's 3 things unless you're over 3 muscles, yeah?
Yep. Well, it's 3 things. If you are over 3 muscles and you take more, you are over encumbered and can't act other than carrying stuff and grunting and grinding because it's so damn heavy and so awkward and so bulky.
Till such time as people have taken things off you, so that you're back down to 3 items.
I'm going to go with a PKE meter, a ghost trap, and the proton pack. I'm just going to go completely trad.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't hurt to have multiple traps.
Okay. No, I just I wouldn't want to try and trap and then find out there's just one more ghost.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And unfortunately, that was a quote from the end of Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Sorry. I will take an IR camera, infrared camera, walkie-talkie, assuming that someone else actually brings a walkie-talkie. Otherwise, I will replace that because no point in being the only one in the group with the walkie-talkie.
Well,
And
I mean, there are some ghosts that communicate primarily through such means.
Actually, no, I'm not going to take a PK meter. I'm going to take the oh god, they're not ghost goggles.
the visor.
Thank
Ecto
you.
goggles.
thing.
Yeah.
No.
If nothing else, I can justify the profile pic.
Yes.
So, given last time, I'm assuming we're all going to try and stick together this time.
That
Why
was
would
in
you want
character.
to cramp my style?
Big spook.
Yes, staying together.
It's a big spook.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, and it's always
I
best.
absolutely
plan
plan
in
on
not
staying
finding a ghost.
together with all of you nerds, and that's why I'm getting a walkie-talkie.
Excellent. Yes, even if we do plan and do our best to stay together, there's no guarantee that that will work. Best laid plans of Ghostbusters and
I'm so
whatnot.
glad that one of us is wise.
One,
Uh,
not two. One. I'm sorry that glare.
Hey,
Yes,
hey,
one of us is wise, and you are wise because I'm smart.
it's perfectly okay for you to be more wise than me because I'm cooler.
also, you serious.
Okay, but I'm more involved.
This, yes, if you value such things as being
As
cool,
this
then
word.
fine. But I am happy to cede coolness factor.
Good, because
I'm cool.
there's little more important than being cool, except being friendly. Would you like to be friendly?
No, thank you, not today.
Just get on with the mission because I really want to get this over and done with before the party.
Before what? Before what?
Oh, it's open.
Oh, yeah.
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 Understandable.
Well,
And I think we'll all benefit from a celebration drink. So let's get this done.
Now,
So-
as you exit Ecto 1 with your chosen gear,
I could actually post myself on Instagram.
you can see the caretaker is stood just under the awning outside the front doors, waiting to let you in.
He did it. Absolute Scooby-Doo.
Well, if you rip his face off,
His,
there's a mask underneath.
His rust bucket of a pickup is parked in the principal's car parking spot, which is closest to the door.
Should we really be relying on a caretaker who
I'm
can't
going
look
to-
after his own vehicle?
I'm going to pull up my pull out the EKG or whatever. Yeah,
EKG.
terminal.
PKE.
PK meter.
The PK. I'm going to pull it out and actually turn it on, use it on him just to make sure he's not a spook.
He is definitely not a spook.
You'll remember the PK meter, of course. It's got those wonderful little arms. Drop design.
I love
yeah,
that.
I just roll my eyes. Okay, fine.
Hey, you can never be careful enough. So you're here
When
to
you care.
let us in?
Yeah, the front doors are open. I just need to make sure that you're actually going to get here.
Oh,
Well,
Why?
it's not far. Why?
Didn't
Is there a
the
problem?
priest come here anyway?
Nope, I just
so,
don't like waiting around. You're here. Here's my number. Call me when you're done. I'm getting the heck out of here. Good night. And
You're going to lock us in.
Oh, he was
no.
charming.
Just checking.
Dude, no offense, but you're kind of weird.
It's late at night. I'm cold. I'm wet. I want to go home and have
I'm
dinner.
scared.
The man has places to be. I understand that entirely. So do we. Let's go find the ghost and get on with this.
You're eager.
Look, it didn't take me 10 years to finish medicine. To have you all look at me like this.
I was just wondering if there was a reason that you stopped that sentence. It didn't take me 10 years to finish medicine.
Just say it.
I'm just saying.
Just saying, slow and steady. It
Uh-huh.
makes wonders, and you should try it, Charlie, sometimes. You should try it. It will make your life so much better. It can
Slow and
make you
steady.
do things you couldn't ever imagine. I mean, look at me now.
Are any of the things more interesting than standing here listening to you?
There were plenty of
Probably
interesting
everything.
things that happen when you go slow and steady. I don't think standing in the cold's one of them.
Yes.
Right.
I hate to agree with Vaughn, but I have to agree.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
Oh,
Theodore
we're gonna
just
get
sort of
along
rolls
just
his
fine.
eyes and walks on through the front doors, just like
Yes,
shaking
we are
his
going to
head.
get along
and
just
like,
fine, as long
"Oh,
as you stay
God."
over there and I stay over here.
I can appreciate distance. Makes the heart grow fond.
Oh dear God.
You go over there and grow fun.
Okay, I'm going to follow in.
So
Following after Molly.
as you file in, you've
Maybe-
literally not got 2 paces past the 2 front doors before the caretaker's in his car, the engine's revved up, and he's peeling out.
Wow.
Excellent. Just
That's
looking for
dedication to
the
work
front
for you.
door.
I mean, honestly, if there is actually a ghost here, I can understand wanting to run away without the proper tools.
And there's
Okay.
something to be said for
I'm just
warm
wondering whether I can
dinner
ring around
in a night like
get some
this.
people. We've got a high school to ourselves. Party time!
Fuck, yes!
I thought you were going to say
Uh,
pizza, but yeah,
we
actually, same thing.
We should go to the band room first and try out some of the instruments.
I think that we should focus on getting the job done as quickly as possible.
What
and
better
getting
way
out of
to
this
attract
house.
an angry principal than to make noise?
You had
I
fun.
could
in
name a few,
Nothing
Hallowstream,
against
actually.
ghosts,
so-
half a dozen drunken couples. I think we should get on to that right now.
So, like, you could try vandalism,
I know.
and you could try breaking a window too. Oh, and also hair dye. And
John Smith, hold on, John Smith. We shouldn't vandalize. We are getting paid to not destroy the school.
How will they know?
Yeah. See, the sexy boy is correct.
At Proton Pack.
How will they know?
They've got a ghost. Who knows what the ghost has done and vandalized? And welcome to the Raiders.
Welcome,
Good
Raiders!
Yay! Ah,
Who are you going to
jeez.
call? The Meredith
Welcome,
brothers,
Raiders,
apparently.
apparently,
Welcome. Thank you
yeah.
very much for the raid.
Yay, welcome, Raiders.
Yeah.
Introducing
that'll-
nubile breedable Pope.
As you do.
Like I said, I think that'll keep Charlie.
I have no words.
No, I apologise for the return of the duck, by the way, guys. It was from our stream earlier. So, I think one of the best ways to attract a ghost in any horror movie that I've ever seen, and I have seen all of them,
Is to split up.
is to
No,
split
it's to
up and go for a swim.
Not making out.
I was actually thinking about that earlier.
We have a pool.
Yeah,
Turn the
Theodore
lights
is
down
just
low.
leaning against the wall with his head in his hand. Just like, oh god. Just grant me,
You know,
everything is
John
You
Smith
guys
is
told
amazing.
me to go for it.
Fine.
I'm going for it.
Yes. Yes. Well, Theodore did not enjoy high school, so is not having fun being back here anyway. But he's clearly in the minority, so.
High school was
just
a
like,
blast.
that's
I
all.
mean, I enjoyed it so much. I was there an extra 5-6 years.
I'm actually going to tag along with Lester simply because if Lester's going for a swim, that means they're leaving the proton pack on the ground. You know.
Mhm.
Silicon
You're not-
sealant, mate. It's your friend.
You're going
Duct
to
tape.
just jump in, motherfucker.
Okay, so I've nearly killed knights. I've actually driven Sean to swearing. We're only 15 minutes in. Excellent.
Yay! Woo!
I feel like I'm the only one not drinking right now.
I'm on your coffee.
Well, I don't think don't think you need.
I just finished
Well,
one.
Moose, I'm very, very sorry. The bot saw more caps than it was used to and got
Ah.
spooked. I'm very sorry. I did unban you. You are good to go, Moose.
So sorry.
Should only be like a 10, 15 second.
Yeah.
Where would I go?
So as you go in, you've got the auditorium right in front of you, sports court to the left, baseball court and such.
Mhm.
Then there's numerous classrooms. The pool is far edge of the school from where you are at the moment. You've got to go past the sports hall and past the cafeteria to get to the pool. There is a set of audio rooms raised over the study area at you kind of pull a U-turn and go back down the corridor again past the sports hall and a couple of meeting rooms. And there's some audio rooms out there.
Which room number is the principal's office?
Principal's office is number 7.
And we're coming in around
You're coming
number
at
one.
number 1 and 2, yeah. It's
Okay.
a pair of double doors.
Yeah.
In fact, 2 pairs of double doors technically.
So it's just around the corner.
Principal's office is just round the corner.
We should check that out first.
Top file
Say
room,
so.
and the conference room, and what's in the vice principal's office right there. So,
Yeah.
Vice principal apparently lived in a cupboard.
Lester, you go ahead and have your swim. We're gonna go and actually investigate.
I think
Scream-
you'll find
scream
that
if you
I
need
would
us.
be investigating, but if you insist on doing the paperwork first, so my target.
Do I take it that everything after? Oh no, it's up there. I
Yeah.
was going to say, do I take it everything after number 32 is on a different page?
No,
but
it's up on the
there,
top right.
Yeah. I mean, my thought actually is quite seriously that we should look into the cafeteria, but that's because we're in Banquo High School.
Yeah. I don't
Okay,
mind
but
whichever
what
avenue.
about the principal's office? Or how about the roof? Because usually ghosts really like roofs.
What? Why? Why would you think that?
Because they do. Because roofs are cool.
Where's the comms room? Hang on, sorry, I take it back. I've got my character sheet over there.
just in case the ghost knows something I don't, I'm thinking I might go and check the nurse's office.
Oh.
Just in
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
There's some high emotional fetters there.
Just wait for one of you to say, "Well, hello, nurse."
Oh no, give me the chance.
That's up to you to give us the opportunity, isn't it, Knight?
You know, there's 2 ways that can go. There's the Animaniacs route, and there's the
Which is what I was
Doctor in the House
thinking.
route.
Obviously, I was thinking the Animaniacs route, but
Yeah,
I am basically a
Well.
child in an adult body, so
Obvious.
just keep
Which is
thinking.
wonderful.
I think the majority of people that are watching, as well as the people playing, are children in adult bodies.
Yes. Okay, see you, Moose. Sorry if you got
See you,
me.
Moose.
Have a lovely day.
Yeah.
Take care.
In
And once
adult
again, sorry for
bodies,
the
children
muting. It was the
are
bot
the
doing its
best
thing.
I have a real problem with the way the sports court's laid out because it just looks rude. I can't decide if that's
Yeah,
if it's
that's-
a flask or
No,
Dodgy.
that's standard for standard dodginess for
yeah.
basketball
American.
court.
I
Yeah.
hadn't
Yeah.
actually spotted that
it also
until you
doesn't
mentioned it.
Oh no,
Sorry.
the free throw line is distinctly trying to
Iffy.
find an yeah.
Yes. Go iffy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Anatomical.
Which is
oh,
number
yeah.
4. Well, okay, yeah. When the information that we've got
Yep.
said that the janitor got fried in the comms room, which room was he talking about? Because I may not be looking at it right. Is it
Right.
number 4?
Yeah. Yes. The map is an older map and doesn't have, because I yonked it from something that I've had for
Oh, okay.
donkey's years.
That's cool.
But the file room is what I'm treating as the comms room. Yes.
Yeah,
Number
that's
4.
cool.
Out of interest, as I'm nosy, can I ask what you yanked the map from?
You could, and I've had it so long, I honestly couldn't tell you. All I can tell you is that the artist is a guy by the name of Chris White, who has a website that I now can't remember the name of, but he's very easily Googleable. Christopher West Maps, and it'll take you to his website. He sells a whole bunch of maps. This one isn't on there. It's from something he'd done for one of the games companies that he's worked for in the past. I just can't remember which one.
Wow. Sorry, I've just brought up his website. Good Lord. Okay.
So I've got a question in terms of places to look for. Do we know where, when, and how said principal died?
No. It's a legend has it. It's the typical sort of urban myth.
Right.
No actual corroborating details, just stories that have passed down over the years.
Why don't we have a Ouija board in our equipment? I could totally use that right now.
Ouija boards are capitalist toys, and they're not actual
because they're
real
yeah
tools.
they're a registered trademark, so you shouldn't call them that.
Exactly. Yeah. You could use a
Fair
what
point.
is it, ISIS board or
Well,
yeah,
it's
people use Ouija boards now, so
it's the
logically
same.
it's lapsed.
It's the same thing as calling inline skates rollerblades or throwing discs, whatever they're called, frisbees. I mean, what?
Or your vacuum
when a
cleaner or a
name-
Hoover.
It's like
Yeah.
hoovering get your
Right.
civics instead
When-
of
When a
Fish,
name
do me a
becomes
favour and move your mic?
so household like that, if it's common parlance like that, they lose their trademark on that name, and so companies fight that as much as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, can't they even like have bought an actual branded Ouija board anyway?
Oh my God, have we got a Hasbro Ouija board with the cutout with the push-out cardboard components?
I think
No.
they still make them. That might be why other people are now making Ouija boards, that they may not make them anymore.
It could be, or as you say, they could just have passed out a copyright. Okay.
It's a spirit board.
Spirit board.
Yeah, Spirit Board will do the trick if you want to use another term.
It's a con.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the ideal term. Con.
Yes, spirit board as used in Ghostmaster. Now we're just getting. This is the opposition.
The interesting thing about the Ouija board was that it is literally a con, because
Yes.
although obviously the Ouija board was released as a game, but it was based on earlier items that were used by people who themselves admitted that what they did was fraudulent.
Yeah.
Mm,
So right back to its earliest incarnation, it has always been a con.
yeah.
Yes, which makes them even better. That is John Smith.
I mean,
John
let's be
Smith
fair.
is having a blank look on his face because John
Even-
Smith is not a very smart man.
John Smith's a ghost, isn't he?
No, he's very stupid. He
Damn
has
it,
the
you saw the
smartest
twist.
one.
So a zombie
He's
then.
very
Ah. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Let's go to
So-
let's go to the office.
Jim Smith.
So one of you was going to the principal's office. One of you was going to the comms room. One of you was going to the pool.
I'm going to
I'm
the
going to
pool
stick with what
after.
I said earlier. I'm going to go and check out the nurse's office.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Just
hang
because
out
I
in
feel we
various
should
classrooms.
split up and all go in different directions.
Yeah.
because-
What? Let's just
Oh,
go.
God.
We should do that. We should all go in different directions just to start off with.
Yeah.
Like, as
Yeah,
hard as
I'm
possible.
I'm leaving my walkie-talkie open because unlike all of you savages, I'm wise.
Mate, I couldn't carry
So
one.
I brought the walkie-talkie.
I'm so looking forward to the plot reveal once we've wrapped the session.
What?
Well, the concept reveal, should I say?
Oh.
Oh God.
Probably not so good.
Okay. I reckon the school nurse did it.
So, who was going to? I know where Fish is going. Who was going to the comms room? Who was going to the principal's office?
Principal's office.
Okay. Comms room for Drut,
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
On the way to the pool, but I'll go to the comms room first. Since something actually happened there.
And Molly, where was Theodore going?
Was originally going to pair off with someone so that
Oh, really?
there would be at least not that way.
My
I wouldn't
hopes
be
are up.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Lester hasn't paired off with each one of these characters at least once in their career
Oh,
together.
he's tried.
Yeah, tried being the operative
Yeah.
word. Yes.
I honestly think Lester's encouraging splitting the party so that Lester can visit each one in turn.
No, I've already set a date with Lester. I've already set a date with Lester for meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Meeting,
See, there are
coffee.
three
I'll
more
bring
of us.
donuts.
Yeah, therapy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a therapeutic meeting. Everyone be totally relaxed.
Definitely, when the first of us is found dead, I'm voting off Lester. Lester's the traitor.
Sorry, so Theodore, who are you going to be
Yes. I'm trying.
joining?
Yeah. Okay. That's all. I think. Fine, nurse's office. That seems vaguely sensible, and then we can work our way down.
Okay, so Theodore's pairing with Laszlo. I think we've broken Drut now.
I'm
Hey,
just working
no,
out
Drut
how
started
far I
this.
can go.
And
Uh,
John,
without-
where was John Smith
without
going?
being
Oh, yes.
awful, because I'm not awful.
Where was John Smith going?
No,
Say
you're
no.
definitely
I
not
suspect
awful.
Lester is.
Oh yes, yes,
Lester just likes a good time.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Lester sus.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Nurse. Where the hell is the nurse's office?
Just to the right as you go in the door. It's number 45. As you go
Oh,
through the
okay, I'm
doors, hanging
looking at the
immediate
wrong
right,
place.
it's the kind of
Oh,
triangular
okay.
shaped one.
Thank you. I was looking at the wrong part of the key.
At least 3 of us aren't splitting up too far apart.
Yeah, within easy, blood spatter distance.
Mhm.
We can arrange
So-
to get accidentally hit by a proton pack discharge,
Yeah.
I don't remember. Did anyone else besides Lester bring a proton pack?
No,
I
that's
did.
Lester.
I did.
Okay, so we got 3. Okay.
I
Proton
just
pack
brought
today.
a walkie-talkie, a bullhorn, and a camera.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Oh wait, did you bring a camcorder or the IR camera? Because I may need
The
to,
one that was in there. Look, Lester is.
Okay.
Sorry, John is not a very smart man. He just brought
Oh.
the thing just because. I mean, maybe it's useful.
Okay,
Yeah, it could be useful.
fair enough. Okay, cool.
We didn't
When-
establish.
when
Do I
you-
assume this is actually taking place in the mid-80s, and therefore we should try and keep our usage of language appropriate to the era?
I didn't specify, but that would be kind of a nice thing. Yes, I didn't specify, but it would be cool. Yes.
Yeah.
So like no
I am
mobile phones and stuff
sorry.
like that.
Yeah. Let's go with that. Yeah, I didn't specify, but yeah, that seems appropriate.
It's going to be hard for me.
There's no need to be coarse about it.
Sorry, I've completely forgotten already with that now. Where were you going, Alexia?
I'm sorry. Lester wanted to hang out in various classrooms, just go around, take the pulse of the whole place.
Lester was going to start in the comms room, if I remember rightly.
John Smith's your character.
You're John Smith.
Thank you for this. I will try to unscramble my brains for a bit.
We
I-
did
it's-
that both
it's-
you and John Smith would forget John Smith's name on a
Yeah.
regular basis.
Yeah, I did do that. I
So
did
you
do
have-
that. I
You're
was
just on target there with your roleplay.
I figured it. This is just because we are completely simpatico. He's going to get nowhere with anybody. This is the worst flirting I've ever done in my life.
No, I mean, well, you've got
I've known
a
you long.
date.
I'm convinced.
You've got a penciling date with Dr. Vector already.
Yeah, but that's
so,
tomorrow. There's always
Yeah.
there's many hours in between. Like
yeah.
part of
Come
the
on.
therapy is support for being so thirsty.
Okay. Yeah, it supports me being thirsty. It's awesome. Although thirsty
being
is technically a modern term.
That is true.
So yes,
Mm.
that's not a current one.
Yes. So, It's
Yeah.
only a problem, though, according to the DSM-3. It's only a problem if it causes emotional distress or issues in maintaining a lifestyle. So, as long as Lester is not distressed by their behavior, this is
Then
not an issue.
This is how they get stress relief.
I don't get stressed. I have plenty of ways to relax. Happy to demonstrate a few if you'd like.
No,
Have any of
thank
you
you.
actually seen the inside of Lester's room? Let me tell you about Lester's room.
That's not where I thought you were going with that sentence. Oh God. Okay.
Hey, look, I have a Nintendo. Don't judge.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Lester even likes having a second player for games like Contra and Life Force. Like, what were you thinking?
Okay, what's the comms room like?
Comms room. So, the comms room is messy. There's unplugged cables. There's stuff all over the floor. There's a bucket of water in one corner. Clearly, someone was trying to mop up and got stopped partway through. The mop's on the other side of the room.
So we're not really going with the health and safety of no water
It's
near
like
electrical.
this is the 1980s.
Yes, good point.
Mhm.
Good point. Okay, it's probably a sprinkler system in here.
Probably.
Oh no!
Fire extinguisher on the
Oh
wall.
my!
Well, okay, I am going.
You just want to get everyone wet, don't you?
You're just making your own jokes now.
Yes. As you say, that's close to the
You're the
boat.
one messing around looking for a water system.
I'm in a room full of electrical equipment. I like to know my limits.
Yes, I would suggest not creating a slip and slide in here.
Oh dear God!
Not that way.
I'm so sorry. I've
Hey.
created a monster.
This is your fault, Rhett.
Real
You're all helping. You're all a bunch of ringleaders.
You when you sprinkle water on fertile ground, I mean,
Okay.
So, yes.
Right. I'm going to have a look. The guy who was complaining, the janitor who was whinging, was he the guy who let us in?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So if he got singed, I am looking for burn marks on the floor, on the walls, anywhere where basically the cables that allegedly stalked him could have operated. And I've got the exo goggles on while checking.
Okay, so yes, there are burn marks on the floor, on the wall, on the cab unit. Not too far from where the bucket of water is.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere near the bucket of water. I don't trust the bucket of water. The bucket of water scares me.
Now,
I'm
while you're
examining the bucket
while
of
you're
water with the
looking
goggles.
at the burn marks, there's a sound behind you that sounds like something falling over.
Okay. Is there a quick draw rule for the proton pack?
Tell me what it is you want to do.
Spin and have the proton pack out and ready and up.
There is no quick draw rule, but that sounds like a moves roll, please.
I hate you so much.
That's like a move roll for me.
I'm bad. I would just like to point out I'm bad at pretty much everything except cool.
Now remember, if a ghost comes up on the ghost die,
Yep.
it's not necessarily terrible.
Wacko, and that's a 6, yeah?
That's a 6. Yep.
Yes, I too am using the thematically appropriate dice. Yes. So it's just my moves. Okay.
Yeah, unless you've got the proton pack skill,
No.
which I think
have
only
C.
Fish's character has.
I'm not sure why moves has a speciality of C.
For spotting things.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's moves. But okay, no worries.
Because there are only 4
There are only 4
tricks,
skills. Yeah, only
and
4.
it's difficult to divide stuff up between them.
Fair enough. I do have swimming, by the way. There's a reason I was headed for swim.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 and a 6 and a 4 on the blood splatter.
Okay. You spin round, point the proton pack or the emitter from the proton pack at the wall, and there's a couple of cables just sort of swinging gently in the breeze.
Breeze.
Hey,
I'm sure.
remember?
I'm sure if there are any spirits who can hear my voice, that you don't want to hurt me. We can talk this out.
Oh no, you're gonna make out with a ghost, aren't you?
I see no problem with this.
That's
Honestly, that's
as
why you
long
guys
as
brought. That's why you brought cameras, right?
One
Yeah,
of these
it does
cables
have
that's
precedent.
swinging
yeah.
starts to
Yes,
fizzle, crack and
that's
fizzle
fine.
and pop as it starts
Uh-huh.
arcing against the metal framework of the cab unit.
Huh.
I mean, no judgment, of course, in that previous statement. It's just that that sometimes complicates things. But as long as the ghost is over the age of ectoplasmic consent, then everything is fine.
I will also add that unless Lester is into bondage, probably get out of there because those cables are,
How far away is the bottle? Is the bottle? Is the I'm just thinking of a bottle now. How far away? I'm also watching chat in case anyone flags me as a yellow card.
Oh yeah, we've got that in FGU just in case.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh!
we have got the red and yellow cards in
Oh.
case things go too far.
Oh, I thought you meant
Let me
Twitch
just check
chat.
that.
Okay, I don't think do they
No,
have that
we've got
power?
We've got that in Fantasy
Yeah.
Grounds. We've got Holt installed on this.
Yeah.
I do remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that.
So if I do
Good.
distress anyone too much, then for God's sake, yellow card me. Yeah.
Nope, it's working for me. So
Oh,
yeah, I don't know whether I just need to update it or what. But
No, I suspect it's because the names are in the wrong place. The portraits, the character names interfere with the chat.
it's getting in the way.
Ah,
I am.
Let me just move the chat box slightly, and then I'll try again.
Yeah.
Nope. No,
Ooh.
It should pop up that double click to use for player
Yeah.
safety.
I'm getting the pop-up, but when I double-click it, nothing happens.
Yeah,
So
ditto.
ooh,
I don't
okay.
expect to need to use it.
No, but it's something I need to fix before I get back to Hunters Hunted, just in
Yeah.
case.
Didn't you have this problem, Drax?
I did, yes. I had to. There is a new version.
Ah, right.
oh.
There is a new version you can download
It's
from
in
their
Forge,
website.
So if you grab
Yeah.
it from the Forge so that it stays permanently updated,
Cool.
that's probably
Yeah.
the way.
I'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I completely forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
the problem I had. It was there, but it
Right.
wasn't doing anything. So
Thank you.
yeah, we will yell into your DMs.
Yes, absolutely. Yell into my
something goes
DMs if
wrong.
things go too far.
Right. How far away from me is the bucket?
Well, you were looking at the ground around it and the wall and such, where for all the scorch marks. So you're probably only a couple of feet away from it.
I would like to point out I have a brains of 2. I want to grab the bucket and fling the contents at the sparking cables.
Okay.
Try and blow them up.
Okay. Moves. That's a moves roll.
Okie doke.
Do you have any sort of throwing things as a?
I do have guess, but that's all.
Oh no, your moves
C
is C. Yeah.
is spot. Yeah.
You're the one that can spot things. Yes. So
Yeah.
okay, just straight moves roll, please.
Yeah. Am I totaling these, by the way?
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you're looking for let's call this 10. It's not too difficult to throw the contents of a bucket of
13.
water. Nice.
I
So
like
you
my
throw the
water
buckets of
guns.
water at the sparking electric cable.
Yep.
Heard throughout the building, there is a loud ka-chunk as the lights go out. And we will now switch to fish.
Lester did that on purpose because they're the only one with the ectovisor.
So fish,
cut the
a
power,
little bit
it's
of
not sparking.
backtracking. The lights haven't gone out just yet because obviously Lester has had some time looking around things. So you've got some time in the nurse's office.
Yeah.
And
Pulling out my PKE control, because obviously, motoring in a PKE kind of way.
Now I'm trying to remember. Did anyone go with Fish?
I
Molly
did.
did. Right. So we've
I
got
could-
Theodore and Charlie in the nurse's office. Okay. So far, waving the PKE meter around. It's nothing but background count. Nothing you wouldn't expect.
Okay. And can I scan with the infrared camera?
You can indeed.
As well?
Again, nothing
Nothing.
untoward. Everything seems to be in its place. The room looks fairly undisturbed.
Excellent. So, shall we move on and check the cot room?
Yeah, we can do that. That seems reasonable since there's nothing interesting here.
Okay.
Okay, so into the cot room, which is just beyond the nurse's office. Same sort of thing, waving the PK meter around and looking with IR cameras.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Again, nothing untoward until such times you get to the end of the cot room and swing round to what do they actually call it, which is also accessible from the nurse's office, the private room. As you open the door, there's a big ka-chunk and all the lights go out.
and all the lights go out.
And we then move
Damn
round
it,
to Sharp.
Charlie. Or not
That-
Charlie.
yeah.
Damn it, Lester.
How do you know it was me?
Whoever
It
you
could
are.
have been anybody.
I've met you before.
Not in the
Before
dark.
you
I'd have
start,
remembered.
So
But my reaction is going to be to draw my proton pack and just fire it up because the tip will glow and give me some light source while I fire it at things.
So the lights go out. You've grabbed the proton pack and fired upwards, yeah?
Yeah. No, not actually firing it, just turning it on,
Oh, okay, right. So you've got a little bit of
just
glow.
activating it. It'll give me a little bit of light because it's got
Yep.
lights on it,
It-
glows, and maybe
yeah.
the tip will even glow. Who knows?
And
Actually, I've
I
got the
still-
fire proton pack talent and 5 moves. I might be able to just squeeze the trigger enough to get a
Just-
glow without actually firing it.
Maybe. I'm assuming that would create enough light, or that would interfere with the infrared camera. Then.
So long as the infrared camera is not pointed at it, it won't make a vast amount of difference.
Okay.
I mean, Charlie is wearing a proton pack, which generates a certain amount of heat itself anyway. It's just on his back. So
Yeah.
it's now on his back and held in his hands like a rifle.
Okay. Then. All right. So, do you want to take bets on whether that the lights was because of Lester or John?
And while you ponder that, we're actually going to cut across to Dr. Vector,
Oh, nice.
who was going to the
Principal's office.
principal's office, yes.
I've
So-
got the PKE meter out and watching it more than I'm watching my footsteps.
Okay, there is some residue here. The two little arms on the PK meter kind of flapping up a little bit. They're not going crazy. They're just kind of flapping up a bit, and the lights are a little more flashy than would be comfortable in a normal setting.
Right. Right.
The papers on the desk have been thrown asunder and are all over the place. The bookcase that's on the left as you go in is now leaning against the table and is not attached to the wall.
Yeah. It could be worse. It could be moist.
That is a
That's
wonderful
if you would
word.
hear it to me. Like,
Does it look like there's any particular? Well, so the bookcase is leaning against the table, so all of the books are out.
Yep.
Correct. That would be a mess to try and figure out. I'm gonna look through the desk drawers, see if there's anything of note in there.
Okay,
Maybe something that was touched specifically by.
Again, much like the rest of the office, the desk drawers are already pulled out and
Okay,
the contents
Just
thrown
everywhere.
asunder. One drawer is upside down on the floor. One's just leaning up against the chair.
Well, someone was angry. Is the
Okay, good.
the intercom thing, is that still there, or was that been ripped out?
Oh, that's in bits.
Oh, okay, damn.
It almost looks like someone's taken a hammer to it. It's been splattered and detonated.
I'm gonna casually step out and start heading towards the nurse's office. Because I
Okay.
know that's where the two went.
As you step back out of the office, the door slams shut behind you. There's a massive ka-chunk and all the lights go out. John!
Lester!
The reason that we're all blaming Lester, of course, is because
This has
Of-
happened before.
well, and stumbling around in the dark, who knows where your hands might accidentally wind up. You see.
My hands don't go anywhere. You're not asking my hands to go.
I would like to point out
That
that my
is
shot
fair.
of Lester wasn't blame. It was more, hey, I'm over here, Lester.
Oh well.
I'm about to point out that Lester has a very broad definition of asking, though.
Yes.
Hey, look, if I gotta make myself bait of a human predator versus a ghost predator, I'd rather be bait of a human predator.
Predator.
I can only
Well,
say
Yeah,
you don't-
1980s. The flirtatious behavior was slightly, it was a different standard.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
It very much was.
Yeah,
So, John,
which is
what was your approach? Obviously, the others have gone their way.
John wanted basically to patrol all of the hallways first.
Okay.
Like he just has the camera, the actual camera, not the IR camera, because that one is in the hands of somebody who's actually competent. He just has the camera on his hand and he's narrating to whoever, and he's trying to look, but the image is very shaky. It's
Okay.
not a very smart man.
So,
So this
patrolling the
is,
corridors, what sort of direction would John have gone to? Would John have
Uh,
gravitated towards the cafeteria, towards the pool?
He basically goes towards the entrance is at 1,
Yep.
and then he goes towards 43 and the classrooms.
Okay, so 43 in the classrooms is that. Yep, that's down beside the auditorium and the classrooms.
Yep.
Okay.
He figured that the other people have the rest of the building, and he could just go towards the classrooms because, I mean, that's what principals do, right? They patrol hallways.
So you're patrolling down. You've got the auditorium to your right. You've got the classrooms to your left. You're narrating around, talking through on what you're doing, and you hear this squeaking sound, like a squeaky shopping trolley coming from in front of you.
He's trying to steal the camera to record it better.
Okay.
And he's turning on the walkie-talkie.
Okay. You steady the camera, you turn on the walkie-talkie, and slowly rolling down towards the corner of the junction from the other side is a catering trolley.
I would suggest not
And-
we have
eating it.
free food.
On the
I
catering
would
trolley
suggest not eating the other.
is an amount of food. Obviously, the school's been shut for a while, so the food probably isn't necessarily the greatest of food by now.
It's
But more
American,
importantly,
it's probably loaded with enough preservatives that it's absolutely fine.
Almost
more
certainly.
importantly, on top of the trolley is this sort of vaporous form that's shoveling bits of food from the trolley down its open mouth. And
Thank you, Knight.
as
Thank
the
you.
ghost is trying to get this stuff off the trolley, it's gradually edging the trolley forwards, which is why this thing's slowly come down the corridor from catering.
Oh, that's adorable.
Hey,
It
Jim,
clunks
have
into
you
the
seen
wall.
The principal around here.
No.
Oh,
It clunks into the wall. You say that. Slimer looks at you. There's a big clunk, and the lights go out.
Oh. Sorry.
Timing. Oh, timing. I
Oops.
must say, for destroying the lights like that, that just gave opportunity for so many fun timed events.
Yes.
Alexia, what equipment did John have on him at the time? You've got the camera.
He has a bullhorn, which he is gonna call. He's
You
gonna
got the
sound immediately.
Walkie-talkie, bullhorn, and camera. Okay.
I mean, he could have carried more shit, but he was like, nah.
Sorry, walkie-talkie, bullhorn, and camera. That's a detective show. From about the 1980s, I think.
Oh.
So, what is John doing at this moment in time? That is just seen the ghost that's turned and looked at him, and the lights have gone out. John's next action,
Sounds the
please.
bullhorn.
And screaming down the bullhorn, you are doing. What are you saying down the bullhorn? Because pretty much everyone's going to hear it.
Fuck.
Appropriate 80s curse word for a PG movie, though.
Yep.
Oh shit!
You're out.
Scene.
Yes, exactly.
Also, even with the lights out, wouldn't Slimer glow? Yeah.
So while you're there, camera in hand, bullhorn in the other hand, going, shit.
Yeah. Also, please
Slimer's
remember
charging
that
you.
I have opened the walkie-talkie as soon as I saw the squeaking. So Molly can hear. Caesar actually can hear my bullshit.
Just standing there in the dark with the walkie-talkie in my hand, going.
The next time that we see poor John, they're going to be covered in ectoplasm.
Yes.
Well, hey, we've got
Okay,
a pool that we could take
so-
it to.
For people that are listening on the channel, you just heard a little bit of 8-bit music. What that means is the dice that I just rolled for Slimer charging down poor John mean that I rolled a ghost die as well.
Ooh.
John, you're stood there paralysed in fear, just screaming down the bullhorn over the open walkie-talkie. As this green thing that's still got bits of food hanging out of its gaping maw flies straight through you. You get this sensation of sort of cold, wet, sticky moistness.
Of course. Residue, even?
And losing your footing, because you're now somewhat gooey, you fall on your backside.
Residue, gooey, and moist, all in the same 10 minutes. Come on.
Yay!
And the next thing you know, the ghost is nowhere to be seen, and you've just been slimed.
No. Tango.
Welcome to Nickelodeon.
Oh, God.
Dr.
With,
John Smith is saying a lot of very bad words while he's checking that he didn't break anything, because he can actually check that.
Okay, so the camera is covered in slime. You'll need to clean the lens and make sure that there's no goo on it before you try and click any buttons or adjust anything. The bullhorn may never work again. Whatever's inside, the horn's full of slime. You could literally pour a jug of slime out of it.
Hey, you've collected samples.
And
Science.
the walkie-talkie
Well
is bubbling nicely at the speaker part. Might be someone's trying to contact you back. Difficult to tell. There's just sort of air bubble. It's like the walkie-talkie's blowing bubbles at you.
How is it doing that?
Is the slime shiny?
Difficult to tell. The lights are out. It's gooey and
exactly.
sticky,
I
but
was wondering if it's shiny.
it's not glowing. No.
Drugs.
And with special thanks to K2 for the slimed emote that is now on the slimed image that is now on Alexia's portrait there.
Okay, I'm not. No, not going. Not going to ask. No.
So, literally seconds after the lights go out, you all hear this A from the bullhorn and B from your speakers of the cussing coming from wherever John happens to be. Could be anywhere, because that bullhorn's making it echo all around these very empty halls.
Oh, good. So we have no idea which way to run.
No.
Great.
Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide.
Well, okay. Wait, well, surely John would show up on the infrared camera though, as
Yes.
so yeah. Well, yeah, unless the slime blocks the radiation.
I think I may
Okay.
have typed something inadvertently rude in American.
Oh, you did. Yes.
Oh God, that was not in America.
I'm hearing this yelling.
Oh
Lights have
my.
gone out.
It's what? It's the things they got slammed into each other's faces in Tiswas all the time.
Yes, that has another meaning these days, Drut.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Drut's aware. That's why Drut put it up there.
No, that isn't.
Okay. We'll explain later.
It's
Yes.
not a term I use.
We
Well,
will.
okay.
We,
Yes.
We'll explain later. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
It's fitting for the character you're playing, though.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if you were typing a character.
I'd assumed it was in
Exactly.
character.
No.
Yeah. Well,
We'll cover it off stream later. Don't panic.
It's all good. It's all
don't look
good.
it up.
No. Oh my God.
If you are looking it up, look it up on an incognito browser.
Oh, bollocks.
Oh God.
And
I'm
him
sorry.
thinking about policy of being an educationist.
Yes, quite. Whew. we tried to put it off, Drut. We tried to put it off.
you could have said that it's a character.
It was definitely in character. Yes. Okay, it was not the Trot. It was the Lester who typed
Think
that.
about all of the serotonin you've just released into everyone's brains.
Oh dear.
I thought I was too old to have any more of my innocence removed.
Apparently not.
Never too old.
Oh boy.
It hurts.
And back in the room.
Jab kiss.
Nope.
Thank you, Chrono. Thank you, Chrono, for salvaging the last shreds of what remains of my dignity. But yes, in context, foam bases with shaving cream topping as cream pies was a standard thing.
Yes, it
They were
was.
famous, but they were gently referred to despite not having any in them.
They were custard tarts, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
because there was a. They were weren't they thrown by the Phantom Flamflinger?
Time custard tarts.
Right.
Back to the game, though. So I'm standing in the dark with the door just slammed behind me by something.
Yep.
And there's screaming coming from John from somewhere. I'm going to slowly pull out a pack of cigarettes and light up.
Okay.
Try to feel my way back towards the front.
Right. You're feeling your way back towards the front. And coming out of the corridor directly in front of you is this green, floating, slightly gaseous form. A couple of spindly arms out the side, big mouth, couple of teeth missing, food still dropping from its gaping maw, flying down the corridor towards you.
I'm
It
just
sees
going
you.
to offer it a smoke. Wait, but I have bargain. So
That is
that
so
would,
wholesome.
Yes, Strut, yes.
so
And had it been
Just to be
any other
clear.
corridor, it would have been fine. But this thing just comes screaming out from that corridor, having gone straight through John.
yeah.
The next person it's going to see is Paul.
So my bargain would add 3 to my pool of 4, correct?
Yep. Which,
So that's 7 dice, and one of them is ghost die.
yep, that is correct.
Get an extra die for this being Faustian.
No. If you feel like you might need more dice, you can sacrifice 4 brownie points to get an extra die.
I need to do math because that's a lot of dice. I can't count, so
I'm gonna need more dice. Oh God, I'm glad I got makeup on today. You can't tell how red I went.
My bargain is 15. Would you like one? please.
Is Slimer flammable?
I don't
No.
think so.
No.
Mm-mm. They've hit him with the proton pack a few times.
Good
They've even
point.
caught him.
Good
Yeah,
point.
if he was flammable, he would have exploded.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, his ectoplasm is not flammable.
Unlike the Stay Buff Marshmallow.
So, Slimer stops in its tracks, sort of looks at you, takes the cigarette, sticks it in its gob, and flies through the wall.
We can now track him because we're setting the smoke alarms on. Okay.
There's a slight wisp of smoke coming out of its tail as it disappears through the
What
wall.
kind of cigarette did you just pull out?
Menthol.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not roll your own.
Murder kitty.
I why would I roll my own? I'm a doctor.
Oh, good point. Yeah, but you have people to do that for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, panning back round to Leicester. You've heard this scream over the radio after the lights went out.
Oh my god, the ghosts are attacking someone. Okay. I am very much afraid of ghosts. Actually, no, he isn't. He hasn't got the brains to. Ghosts are just friends you haven't met yet.
Ghosts are just friends that you haven't flirted with yet.
I think I'm going to need this before the end of the night.
Oh.
People tell me I've got an evil grin. I'm looking into my camera. I haven't. I've got a nice grin. Okay. Right. I am. However, can I hear in the silence any noises of those cables moving?
No.
In that case, well, that told you. Lester is retreating out of.
Okay.
Room.
So you come out of the comms room.
Yeah.
Through the little officey type room next to it, and out into the corridor. You can hear. You just heard what you think might have been Dr. Vector. I keep forgetting his surname. Dr. Peterson to your left, but you didn't quite catch what he said. And there's groans coming from somewhere to your right.
Okay. Well, someone's having a better time than me today. He does have the goggles on, and I see no reason to take them off.
Right. Okay, so if you're on the goggles, then a look to your left, and there's Dr. Peterson stood in the corridor. You look to your right, and lying on their back in the corridor is what presumably is John.
What's up, Doc?
Hi. I presume. Give me a second. Take another drag. I think John might have been attacked by a.
Oh no! If you want to smoke, you've got to take the cigarette that you had offered, because the one that Slimer took was the one that was lit.
Oh! Then I'm lighting it again. New one. I believe there's at least a class 5 here, but that was from a different direction than where the one behind me was, because class 5s don't typically do telekinesis.
John, we're going to have to get your hose down. You're looking very slippery right now.
Oh, that's great. I can't see him.
Look, let's be honest
And
here. I don't have anything broken, and that's
good.
So coming out from the nurse's office, you've again heard the commotion, and you found nothing of interest in the nurse's office and the cot rooms behind it, but you can hear the rest of the team talking up ahead in the darkness. If you've got the IR camera, just sort
go
of
that way and see what they
you
plan.
can see where people
Yeah.
are from their body heat.
Yeah.
I have to tell you a thing. This ghost really likes rotten food, which is gross.
Okay. Well, that's definitely not what attacked me in the comms room.
So that's 2, maybe 3 ghosts in here.
So yeah, there was some high-powered wires, and they were just sort of hanging around, sparking, and then they just dived into this bucket of water, and all the lights went out.
That sounds a bit like a class 2. So we've got a class 5 and a class 2, possibly.
I didn't
And
ask
I'm
what class.
guessing
My PKE meter.
Sorry, say that again, Fish?
I'm just going to scan the rest of the team with my PKE meter.
Okay, so with Dr. Peterson and Lester, they're showing higher than background readings. They've clearly been in presence of. And then when you get to John, John's covered in ectoplasm.
there's
Here, I'm picking up PKE readings from all of you guys. Have you ever been tested for poltergeist activity?
This is why I put mine away, because it's useless at the moment.
Did technically when I was a little younger, but the doctor said that it's just that thing with the D. It's a delusion.
Delinquent?
It's delusion.
A delusional.
So
delusion?
technically, I am not poltergeisted. I am a doctor, and I know that I have no illnesses.
John, you and I saw the same thing. If 2 people see it, it's not a delusion.
Yeah, but that's not the poltergeist. That's
You're
just
also-
a slimy dick.
Mass hallucination is a well-established phenomena. 2 people can see the same thing.
Well, I'm thinking if the power's out entirely, we might all need to get back to the car to get some night vision.
Yeah, you're assuming
Or at
we
least
can
those that don't.
leave.
Well, no better time to try than right now.
Buy a new billboard.
Guess if the PKE
Because
meters
this one is a little. I mean, I don't. Let slime dry off.
Oh goodness. Moonlight. Come on.
Oh, excellent.
If you're going to make me wear ecto goggles.
Oh, no fair. Mine are over at your place still.
I am going to try and exit the building. Try. So that I can change out some gear.
Okay.
Everything's
So
excellent.
where did this alleged ghost go?
That way.
I'm going to
Right
go
through
that
that.
way.
Right through that wall right there.
So through
Okay,
that
so
wall,
what's
like,
on the
Call it a ledge
wall.
because I am covered in slime.
Which wall did it go through?
into the basketball court.
Excellent. Nice open field of fire.
Yeah, perfect. Let's visit the basketball court.
Excellent. We're on the same wavelength.
No.
Right. So, Dr. Peterson, you were going to exit the building, yes?
Yeah, or
Okay.
try to get to Ecto 1.
And is everyone else going to the basketball court?
John is joining Dr. Peterson because he's covered in slime and he wants
To shower in the rain.
Okay, can I have a
the
moves roll
boom
from John,
thing
please?
That does the shiny thing.
Moves roll from John, please. John Smith, I need... Yeah, moves roll.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So my moves are 4.
Okay, so you're rolling 4 dice. One of those 4 is going to be the ghost die.
Okay, perfect.
And if the ghost die comes up a 6, then you've got a ghost.
I hate that word. I hate every no, the ghost I came up 3, so I'm fine.
So you're looking to total all those dice
and then
and
I-
get
and
something
then I
high,
add them
10 or
up?
higher. Just
Yes,
to
I
not
do
fall.
get 10 or higher.
Brilliant.
I got the 14.
Brilliant. So you've wiped the slime off the bottom of your shoes and you can now walk without being like you're on an ice rink.
I can't decide if
Sean is a
moonwalking
very
or
Man right now.
skating.
This is the happiest thing that has happened to him in a while.
Hey Google, turn the bedroom light out.
Unfortunately, Dr. John Smith's life is very sad.
Well, we'll see if we can bring some lights to Dr. John's life by maybe capturing a couple of ghosts.
And if nothing else, Lester can talk to him and cheer him up. Over coffee.
So for those
I'm
of you
good.
that are going to the basketball court,
Mm.
you go through, and I mean it's a big room. It's got the red emergency lights on, so there's a little bit of illumination in there, and
Definitely spooky.
up on the first bank of seats on the left hand side as you walk in, there is a Class 5 Vapor just floating
Okay, I take
above the seats, having a cigarette.
Oh, I can't believe I'm going to do this.
Thank you.
Roxanne! Put on the red light.
Okay, maybe I won't.
Sorry, were you going to actually try and be stealthy?
I was actually going to attempt to be a little subtle, but yeah.
Well, if nothing else, I've got his attention. All you need to do is not be
Once
right
again,
next
we're
to me.
totally in vibe, yes.
Yeah,
Well,
I can be the small noisy thing that draws the attention.
Yeah, you can.
So you've screamed out, Roxanne, at the top of
Yep.
your lungs.
Yep.
This ghost looks at you and kind of squeaks back, yeah,
Oh.
and starts coming towards you.
I'm just trying to remember when the Steve Martin movie came out, whether it's happened yet.
It,
I don't know,
Oh.
actually. I think it was 1985.
So it may have done.
We're in
I-
strange...
I have no
Away.
idea.
From Leicester.
I am...
It's not a great movie, but it is an adaptation of one of my favourites. So
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes. I am waiting until the last minute, and I'm going to attempt a Toreador-esque step aside as this thing goes past me. So I
Okay.
can bring my proton pack to bear.
Right. That would require a moves roll then, please.
Yep. I'm assuming that I'm rolling the moves, and I'm always including a ghost die.
That's correct, yes.
Okay, good.
Every die roll includes a ghost die.
it's one of your dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I just had a
Yeah.
moment now. I was like, that's what I
And
was
it is
doing.
just
Right.
one of your dice. It's not that you roll and a ghost die, is it?
Yeah,
No.
it is one of your moves die.
It is one off. Right, okay. Okay. So that's a 665. And the 5 is on the ghost die.
So close there. So close.
So close, yes.
So
But-
17.
Very
I
nicely
mean,
done.
How cool would it have been to get 666 with the ghost die
Hey,
being
look,
one?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
I
very
was
deftly
hopeful.
step aside as Slimer comes flying towards you, and you now have your proton pack to bear.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to shoot him in the back.
And he's busy sort of looking around trying to work out where you went.
Haha. Resisting the temptation to go, ole.
You could have done.
I could have done with that roll. Actually, with that roll, yeah, I could have done with my jacket. Right. What do I need to do to shoot a proton pack?
Okay, so to shoot a proton pack, it's another moves roll.
I got that.
Proton pack is done under moves.
Wait, do I
and
say range?
You are looking for 10s to hit. 10 is your target number to hit
Okay.
it.
What happens if the ghost die comes up a 6? Just out of curiosity.
Interesting things happen.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Okay. That is a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, you hit it. You fire up the proton pack. This particle beam streams out from the emitter, slams into and coils around Slimer, who kind of gets this weird X-ray look about him, briefly, and is then squirted upwards and out, almost like trying to get hold of a wet bar of soap. The beam's just squirted him out through the wall, and he's gone in elsewhere in the room. But you definitely hit him. And as the beam tries to follow him out, it arcs around the wall, and you can see the posters cut in half, and pictures of the basketball team hit the floor, and the glass shatters.
I
And
never did like Jim anyway.
What's the plan now, Einstein?
But you did narrowly miss the trophy that was hanging on the wall, so that's all good.
Okay, I'm going to pull the beam back so it clips the trophy, and then I'll turn it off. Um,
I'm 100% sure that Lester is actually a malvolent entity right now.
So, Z, the ghost sound, because I'm using a web die roller that includes the ghost die in it, every time the ghost die comes up when I'm rolling, it will play that sound. But unfortunately, the players can't hear it because I haven't got any magical mixing software to route it through to them, so only you folks in chat can hear it. But what that means is, whilst the ghost didn't roll enough to dodge the beam coming in, it did roll a ghost die which gave it the exit, and thus it squirted out through a wall, doing some damage on the way through.
yeah. You see, you need to be a little quicker on the draw there.
No, you need to wait until we get the goddamn trap in place before you shoot. Waves ghost trap in Lester's face.
Okay, so I'm prone to premature acceleration.
That explains a lot.
Bravo and
Some of us like it fast, okay?
And
Sorry.
No, don't apologize. That was wonderful.
and for John Smith and Dr. Peterson, I'm sorry to tell you the doors are locked.
Yeah, it figures. Well,
John looks like a hurt puppy. If any one of the two of us could see, which we
if
Oh, no.
either of us could see, I would be reading Tobin's manual at the moment. Also, the whatever else is in here, they just went after the wrong one for causing damage. I don't think that one was actually violent towards anybody. I mean, its violence towards you was just to get you all slimed
It's
up.
because I asked it where the principal is.
You interrupted it doing something.
I mean, I didn't interrupt it. I just asked it. It didn't have to answer me. It's just. I mean, I
Mhm.
guess it's rude not to answer, but still.
I'm going to. You said it's storming, so does it lightning
Yep.
occasionally?
Yep.
So there is some flashes of light that we can walk by occasionally.
Along with a resounding clap of thunder every now and again as well.
Oh, of course. I'm going to wander into the sports hall, and obviously we heard the proton beam going off.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I don't lose this. It's only so long I can go without my glasses.
I am fairly certain that we couldn't have. It was so subtle.
Honestly, we should get back together and figure out what our next moves are. Maybe they caught the slime creature thing. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
I've caught
it's
it.
still like I know that slime creatures are like ghosts and such, but it would make no sense for the ghost of a principal to be a slime creature and not something more interesting, I guess.
speaking of a ghost of the principal,
Have you met principals before?
yeah, some of them are pretty slimy.
Exactly.
I'm not familiar with any principles.
Yeah, I just imagine the ghost of Principal Snyder from Buffy.
Oh dear God!
Yes.
Oh. Yeah.
So,
Are there three ghost
See-
principles past, present, and future?
It's really nice that you lot
Yeah.
are imagining like fictional principals. I am thinking of my high school principal.
oh, well, I don't remember my high school principal because I've repressed most of
Oh,
high
I
school.
did because I liked her. She
Oh,
was
We have
legit
the
a
advantage
really
we
lovely
don't have
principal.
principals in this country.
No.
I mean,
she
as a
is,
rule,
I
we don't
think
have
it's a
principals in this
riot.
country, but we also don't have them in schools.
Yeah.
either
No,
silly.
I don't think that I have enough information necessary, but I mean, this is a game with dice.
Mhm.
Given the behavior of the principal's office being completely trashed and it's supposed to be a long dead ghost of a principal from prior situations. And once I walked out, it's shutting me out. Parapsychology to try and figure out where it might be that we need to find this thing.
Ghost of a long dead principal, not long dead ghost of principal.
Right.
Different thing.
Yeah.
But
And
in terms of trying to figure out what rooms or where they would hang out the most, they obviously don't want me in the principal's office, but they also seem fairly mobile.
yeah. And I
So-
could pitch in perhaps with my deduce.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
things.
By all means.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 5 dice, including the glow in the dark ghost die.
Yep. Now, if you've got deduce, then it's your brains plus 3 dice, because you've got your 5 brains, and then you get 3 dice for your deduce as well.
Oh, sweet.
If it's a glow-in-the-dark ghost die, does that make it a ghost die?
Oh,
Oh, my glow die was a 5, not a 6.
Okay. Okay.
so the answer is apparently now.
9.
I can't math. I shouldn't play dice games. 14, 19, 25.
28.
Crikey, more than plenty between the pair of you. It's quite likely that if this is the ghost of a long dead principal, he may not like subsequent principals, so might take objection to anyone in the office.
Mm-hmm.
There may also be the sort that roams the corridors looking for pupils that are late to lesson, or sneaking out of a lesson to go to the toilet block, or things that aren't right within the school. There might be a roaming sort, so not necessarily tied to the principal's office. In fact, anything but tied to the principal's office.
Right.
What you also
John isn't stupid, is what you're saying.
sorry, I didn't catch you. Say again.
John isn't that dumb, is what you're saying. Because he did think about the ghost roaming corridors.
Yes, you could put it that way. Yes, I definitely don't think John is dumb. But with rolls so high, the pair of you thinking about the ghost in the school, it might just be that the trip has gone, and you could go back to the utilities room and flip the trip. Flip the trip. So you could get power back onto the lights, if you wish.
Oh.
Or if you think
Well,
it's more fitting and suitable to use night vision and all that to your advantage, then you could leave the lights off. But you do have the option to go to the utilities room to reset the trip.
Utilities room is way back toward the pool. So
No. Is it by the pool?
Yeah,
it's
number 35.
Oh.
So I'm trying to figure out where everything. Okay, principal's office is toward the front.
Yes.
In the interest of efficiency, I suggest that we just rely on the infrared and other tools that we have already.
Well, if we get with the others, then
That long. It's not that giant of a school. Come on.
if we get with the others, given what we understand about this thing, we've got 2 or 3 ghost traps that we can set up. A couple of us can act as bait, being children that are running around in the halls screaming, playing, whatever. And the 3 with proton packs can sit ready to ambush.
Maybe I'm just suffering from being a Brit and not knowing American high schools, but why in the hell does it have a loading dock for articulated lorries?
Getting foods into the kitchens.
Yeah, bringing in food, bringing in textbook shipments from the
Bringing in
the
furniture.
approved stuff. Yeah.
You know, we're
Okay.
suffering from American high schools being the same as mega churches. They're the size of Wembley freaking Stadium.
Some of them are.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And also highly religious, if depending on what
This
part of the
isn't
country
that.
you're in.
No, fortunately for the size of the map, this is a fairly small one.
I mean,
and it's
I'm not.
it is on one floor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
I
is
was about to say.
And again, for the ease of mapping.
Yeah, this is compared to my high school. This is rather fancy, though.
How
I
big are
mean-
the squares? I'm sorry, I'm getting picky now.
5 foot. It does say
Yeah.
up in the top corner.
Oh, right,
Because
sorry,
I
I've got.
was
a
going
lot
to
of
say
windows
earlier
open.
on, but we were sort of spinning on that. On the subject of the map, yay for mapping that makes sense, because it's been mapped
Was.
according to the actual scale, not according to fitting one thing to a 5-foot square.
Yes.
I hate that. I really hate
Yeah.
that. Yeah, we'll put one chair in each 5-foot square because that's how real life works.
Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
It should be, and I believe now should be 6 feet.
I will point out in terms of high schools, having a gymnasium in the middle of the school is usually not done unless it's a 2-story on all sides, but there's multiple buildings with a separate building being the
Yeah.
gymnasium.
Yeah. But
I
it's
suspect.
particularly
It works. It works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
This
do.
is a sorry.
Let's go, money.
Oh, just a sport. I'm assuming this is a sport magnet school,
Yeah.
where basketball, for instance, and swimming are the draws, and the rest of the school is just existing
Around
to
it.
meet
For
requirements.
I suppose in
Yeah.
America that was just called a school.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I'm just
That's
looking
not
for the
unfair.
fire exits, to be honest. That's
Ooh.
what I'm after.
the fire exits are every outside door and window.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which aren't that many, to be
Well,
honest.
Except the
Not as many as
windows
there
are
should be by regs.
Yeah.
yeah. The windows are probably not operable. Although now I'm worried about the ventilation
Look,
rates.
Any
and fire
window
rates.
generally can be opened by application of a chair or desk.
Yes.
Mm,
Have you never watched a
yeah,
horror
depending on-
movie?
Depending on how old the
Hmm.
school is, though, there's a lot of schools that have smaller windows, similar to school buses,
that is true.
that you can't
Yeah.
really get out of unless you're a really skinny kid.
Yeah. And we are in America, so
Schools are prisons.
oh yes. Yeah, mine literally had barbed wire around it.
Of course it did.
So
Yeah, I strongly suspect a
Well,
lot of
there's
the mapping
Japanese
choices.
who used to kill people with their school gates, but had to stop doing that because they were.
Oh,
Yeah, only one
well-
girl actually died.
and actually was it the Grand Budapest Hotel?
Yes.
Chopping fingers off with doors.
Oh God, yes. Yeah, who designed those?
Yes.
Evil Empire.
Apparently.
Yeah. If you're playing Dark Forces, don't stand under a
completely
door.
left at the traffic lights, but I did decapitate somebody with a window in a game of Cult back in the day.
Yes.
First edition Cult was a really good game, very badly written, but a really good game.
Yeah. No, it was badly edited. Good game.
I think
Okay,
in terms of
yeah.
layout and placement, a lot of the way it's put together is purely by requirement of fitting everything in onto one page.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, it's alright. It's I'm still thinking in terms of like my old school, which Clarendon was not that big, but of course a lot of schools in the UK they tend to have to fit them in where the school building will fit.
Yes, and they build
Right,
us up rather than
Nobody
out.
who went to the same school, we had 3-4 buildings
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
fit all this stuff into.
Yeah, we had
And
3 in 3 different places.
here they just buy
Equivalent of
land and
one
buildings and then plan the schools and offices that they want to build.
Or
By tearing
they
down anything that's in the way.
do add-ons in the form of trailers.
Oh, those are fun.
Oh yes.
Excuse me?
Yeah, the porter cabin.
Mhm.
Yeah, we had one
Yeah,
of
we
those.
had some of those.
Yes, bloody
Yes,
hell, they were
we had
cold.
porter
Maths
cabins.
lessons in the cold.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Everybody
I-
moving
okay,
swiftly
let's-
along back to the plot.
So
My-
back to
my-
the plot.
Well,
I think the 3 of us are
Yeah,
going
that's
to meet up with those 2 so
I
that we
suppose
can
that was kind of a
discuss what we
squelch.
just
Is that
figured out
close?
about the ghosts.
so I didn't quite catch that. Shard, say again, please.
I think the 3 of us are going to meet up with the 2 that were playing with Slimer to discuss what we just learned about the principal ghost.
Right.
So, which wall of the gymnasium did Slimer actually escape through?
So Slimer escaped
Presumably
through
the south wall.
yes.
Map south.
map south.
Yeah, because that would make sense for it coming towards Leicester and then going past them through the wall. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
So we'll be coming back out of that door towards
Yep.
them as they're coming looking for us. That should actually work out quite nicely.
Indeed. So,
They may even see a Slimer shoot past them as they come looking for us. You
that's a
never know.
very good point, actually. Yes. You may even see
Somebody could
Slimer
get accidentally
shoot through-
slimed as he comes through the wall.
Oh, if
I
John got
think-
slimed again, though?
I think for sake of
That would be ideal.
of let's say let's call it dramatic direction. You hear Slimer behind you as you're trying the door to get out. You have your discussion, turn around just in time to see Slimer's tail disappear through into the auditorium.
Okay. Well,
At which point, presumably, Charlie and Lester come out of the gymnasium with Charlie saying, "So, what do you want to catch it in? A bucket? Have you got a paper bag, maybe?"
I presume one
got
of
a
you
trap.
tried to shoot the thing and missed?
Didn't try. Shot it.
Then why is it in there?
Because more than one person needs to shoot it at the same time. Now we
I
know
take it you
somewhere it
didn't-
didn't.
I take it
Then-
Because
you
apparently
didn't.
Lester catches ghosts through wishful thinking.
If you knew that more than one person needed to shoot it at the same time, why did you even bother?
I didn't.
Because we didn't know that at the time.
But there was two of you. Why didn't you try that
Because
just to begin with? It's safer
Well,
because
that way.
Charlie does not have.
Are you suggesting
That's what-
coordination? That was an interesting idea. Maybe coordination
It's
would
in
be
the
a thing. Maybe we
auditorium.
could talk
Try
to
again,
the
my
people
friend.
with us.
It's gonna be okay, even if it takes more time. Even if it takes more time, if you reach the proper place, it will be
Speaking-
okay. Go through the auditorium and you can try again. There's no harm in failing.
Before
Okay,
we
there
then
is
ghost busting.
no-
Speaking of coordination, I kind of have a plan for trying to draw out the principal ghost based on some information that Theodore and I figured out. But that's going to take a lot of coordination too. So I guess,
Yeah.
yes, let's go to the auditorium and practice coordination first.
Why the auditorium?
That's where
I mean,
The
okay,
one-
it seems like a reasonable place to practice coordination, but
That's where the Slimer is.
that's where the
Yeah.
Slimer is.
oh,
Yes, we
okay.
went that
Oh,
away.
good.
So, like, you have a target. You can retake
just
the,
didn't-
I mean the test. I mean the ghost. You can retake the ghost,
So,
and there is no shame in failing again.
No, it's
It is
fine.
all
How
right.
Follow your
about-
lead.
how about this time you wait for a little while, and I'll go down the other end, go in through the back doors, and set the trap up on the stage. Then you come in this
Ah.
side and push it towards the trap. I'll fire up so that we can, catch it, get it over the trap, and we're done.
I think Theodore should go to one of those angles so you can get 3 on it, and I'll have my trap ready just in case. Because
Is
Theodore
there-
does have proton pack, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, he does.
It's Charlie.
Um,
isn't
And
it?
I will film you.
You're Charlie, aren't you?
I'm
Yes.
Charlie.
This is
Yes.
Charlie, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I'm Charlie.
Charlie, if you're going to be all masterful about it, then I can only bend to your wishes.
Well, I do have the intimidate talent.
Ooh, kinky.
Your intimidate versus my charm. Let's go.
Oh
Yeah, your
my.
charm's better because I only have 2 muscles to go with intimidate. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to head down and I'm going to sneak in through the backstage doors and try and slide the trap stealthily out onto the stage from behind the curtains. Obviously, if I see Slimer behind the curtains, that plan will change.
Oh, we're so setting fire to this auditorium.
Let's see where Slimer
God,
went.
yes.
Okay. So from backstage, you're currently behind the curtains. It's dark. There's no sign of Slimer where you are at the moment. The rest of you, what's your plan of approach into the auditorium?
John will try to very, very silently and very, very cautiously find the door that's not used by either of these people and find the corner to hide behind and film.
Okay, chances are,
Okay.
John, your best bet would be to go down, almost to follow Charlie down the corridor to the side entrance for backstage, like like Charlie's planning. But there's a set of double doors just before that open out onto front of house. So you've got the stage right in front of you, the seats off to your right. You should get prime place for footage of everything there.
He is extremely happy to do so. He doesn't even have to enter the room properly to film. He just needs to squeeze in the camera silently enough to get some proper angles.
That's who John is. John is our media person.
Media / marketing.
I'm going to follow, not too terribly close, but just close enough behind Lester with my ghost trap out and ready as a backup ghost trap.
So Lester is going through the nearest entrance to... So you're sort of coming in with the seats in front of you, is that right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So we're only going to have 2 proton packs then attacking, unless someone has one from behind that will be attacking from behind.
It would be a good idea for you to have yours ready, just in case.
Yes, I'm just trying to count because Lester has one, Theodore has one, and John is filming.
Charlie's got one.
And Charlie. Okay, you have. Okay, yeah. I didn't remember that you had a.
Charlie's proton pack and a trap down the other end of the stage. Okay. The idea being that you'll force the thing towards me, and then I'll.
There's also 2 doors to the front entrance, so that both of you can go in with your packs out, walking down the corridor at an angle to whatever's in there.
Yes, yeah.
I'm
so
so glad you said that, because I was thinking it and thinking I'm not there. I can't say anything.
Okay, we are going to do this ghost fight in an auditorium. This has got to be very on point Ghostbusters tactics, pretending that they know what they're doing.
Get your packs out for the lads.
So, everyone's in place. Lester and Theodore go through the doors with Dr. Peterson behind. And Lester, you go through the door expecting to see Slimer somewhere before you, and you hear this panting to the left of you.
It's not me.
Like a very out-of-breath person that's just run away from something. You turn around to look, and there's Slimer right in front of you.
Okay, charm.
Between you and the left wall, it's Slimer. Mm-hmm. Charm away. Go for it. What do you do? What are you saying?
You fancy going out for dinner sometime?
That might actually work.
Roll it.
This is out of character knowledge, but yeah.
Okay, I mean, so I'm on 5d6. I'm on 5d6.
Oh no!
Which is the ghost die?
Are you looking for 15s?
Bad mental images. No.
Yeah.
Can we appreciate that Slimer actually does breathe and get out of breath?
Yeah. Oh god, I can't look.
All I need is for the ghost die to be a 6.
The ghost die's 1.
Damn.
Oh, hellfire.
You did make 15, didn't you?
Just a bit. Hang on a minute. Yeah, 25.
Yes, cool. Okay.
Dice.
Oh, nice.
6, 6, 6, 6, 1.
Jesus. All those 6s, and the ghost die didn't have the decency to be one of them.
No, the ghost die heard my pleas and came up as a 1. Oh.
So, Slimer sees you, turns around, starts to fly off, and then you mention dinner, and it stops in its tracks and turns to look at you.
Maybe
cigarette that it got from Dr. Peterson still hanging out of its mouth.
I can see you're a spirit of taste, so maybe lobster with a béarnaise sauce. Complement the glow on your cheeks.
You can see him almost sort of chewing and salivating at the idea.
I'm vamping like crazy. Somebody fucking do something.
I am waiting to see how this turns out because you've been looking for a date all evening. You know, it's
shoot him with the proton pack over his shoulder.
But
also, what's Charlie doing? Charlie should be sneaking down. Charlie should be able to see this.
Charlie's behind the curtain.
Charlie's at the far end of the auditorium, peering through the curtains.
Sniggering, probably.
Peering.
I am the only
Oh,
one
no.
here
Wait,
who is
I got it.
doing
So,
the proper job.
I'm going to call
okay?
you all to a stop there.
Mm.
You've been taking too long to think about what to do.
Oh no.
I was waiting for them to shut up so I could deliver my next line. To be honest.
You've been delivering your lines. You deliver the next line by all means.
You know,
Sorry.
this thing's so heavy. Let me just put this down. I'm slipping my proton pack off one shoulder.
You've been talking
So I
about
can
food so much.
covertly
You've seen
trigger
Slimer
gun.
chewing and salivating,
Yeah, he's beyond even my reach.
and then it swoops in for a hug.
Okay,
Oh, this is cute.
bring
Sorry.
it.
Would you care to make a dodge roll, please?
I would love to make a move as well. Yes.
Moves, yes. You're looking for 20. Because he
Not
moved.
3d6, I'm not.
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
'Cause he moved with lightning speed. Unfortunately, Slimer
Oh.
made a blindingly top roll.
Right. Let's see. Oh. Well, unless I spotted that he was about to come at me, in which case the C would kick in. I just rolled 18 on 3 dice.
Jesus wept.
But that's the ghost die.
That would be a ghost die then.
That would indeed be 6 on the ghost.
You know
die.
what?
Toast.
I'm willing to let you not get flown through like John did for cinematic purposes.
There's actually an actual hug, though.
So,
Yeah.
Slimer charges at you,
Yeah.
arms out wide as if he's going to hug you. You realise at the split second what's going to happen.
A brace for impact.
You step slightly forward and aside to dodge out the way. Unfortunately, where you've been talking about food so much, and Slimer had been chewing and salivating,
Oh no.
he kind of drooled on the floor a bit.
Yep.
You're going base over apex, having slipped on the
Yep.
dripped ectoplasm, and Slimer's now flown off and is in the centre of the auditorium while you're on your back.
You realise I said I was slipping the proton pack off my shoulder.
Which
I'm
is
not
now on the
actually
floor.
landing on my proton pack.
Yes. It's okay, you didn't land on the proton pack, you've landed next to the proton pack.
Excellent.
That's actually
Oh,
good.
right.
I really wanted you to end up in a tango with Slimer, to be honest.
Yes.
I'm going to
Poor Scooch.
I'm going to give you a hand up. And-
No, forget me. Get him.
John
Fine.
is delighted.
I
John
will-
is very
I
happy
will
that
drop-
he got this on camera.
I will drop Tobin's whatever it's called,
Tobin's spirit
and
guide.
pick up the proton pack that he took off, put it on, and start shooting. Because it should be close enough for middling distance of
Yep.
all of us to do it.
Yeah, for anyone that's shooting at Slimer in here, you are shooting with target number 10s.
Okay.
Shoot them! Shoot them!
So,
Theodore will. Okay.
go on, Theodore.
This is
Okay. Well, sorry. I forgot. Just go on. So,
this
No,
is
no,
a
it's
move,
fine.
right?
Moves, yes. Shooting the proton pack is on moves.
Nice. 14.
Okay. A solid hit from the recovered pack that was on poor Lester's back.
okay. And
I'm worried that 3 of us went straight to Tom Lehrer in that in chat.
Charlie, Theodore, come on! I can't.
Yeah.
Ah!
I've been trying to get.
Trying to loosen up the trap and get it ready to roll.
Sorry, I've been trying to, say
Math.
something.
Go for it,
No,
Molly.
I've been getting a
Go
word.
ahead, Molly. Go
I will also shoot with the proton pack, and no, that would be a 5, including a 2 on the ghost die. So I miss.
Okay, the shot goes wide.
Someone was going to get the curtains.
Set fire to
Don't
the
get
whole
me.
place.
Yeah.
You should be stepping out and shooting,
Oh,
Charlie.
Charlie, you've seen and heard all this going on.
Yep, right. So, stage one, since I didn't get time to do it before this because of the suddenness of their Slimer encounter, delivering the trap. I will be placing the just sliding the trap out onto the stage. It's on as I recall it, it's on a bleeding great cable, so
Yeah.
I can just shove it towards the front of the stage and then stop it using the cable so that it stops right in
Oh, it's got the foot pedal, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has a
close
foot
to the
pedal.
front of the stage as I can get it. If that requires a moves roll, I'm okay to make a moves roll.
Yes,
for that,
please.
so I need- yep.
Ooh, you get to roll dice. Yay.
Yay.
So I have failed in my self-appointed task to get through this session without rolling any dice.
Sorry.
However, that is 17 and no ghost.
17 and no ghost. Superb. So you've got the cable all nicely coiled. You slide the thing out across the floor. It goes right out to the edge of the stage. Doesn't drop off. It's there, perfectly placed.
Brilliant. Now I just need to get a Slimer anywhere near it. I lost track. Did anybody actually hit him with a proton
Yeah,
pack
I've got
yet?
it, and I am struggling
Yes, one
because
of
I'm
you
not
has.
good at the
Excellent.
proton pack.
Right, so yeah, next thing is I'm gonna try and join my stream without crossing them, obviously.
Well, Slimer first is going to try and get away from the
I'm just gonna, yeah, of
the
course he
proton
is.
stream that's got him, and he's flying around the room.
Slippery little bugger.
He is. So for everyone that wants to shoot, Slimer is not contained. He's taken a hit from the proton beam, but isn't contained within it at all. So still needs shooting at.
Help me!
Okay, so if we're opening up on Slimer with proton packs, I shall join in.
So Shard, can you roll again to maintain your beam on Slimer? And likewise, Molly, if you want to have another crack at getting Slimer in your sights.
Certainly. Oh, for crying out loud. I got 4.
Oh,
Well, I
I
only
have got.
I only have moves of 3. So
Oh
can
my
I
God.
deduce can I use deduction to identify
Brownie
the most
points.
appropriate way? Oh, yes.
Can we
Brownie points.
retrospectively use brownie points?
you can throw 4 brownie points off your character to give yourself an extra die.
Okay, well then, yes, please. I would like to do that.
Absolutely.
4, so that's 16
Does
brownie
the ghost
points.
also count as a 6, or is the ghost just a ghost?
The ghost is just a ghost.
Just
Oh!
a
Oh, in that
ghost.
case, it's got 17.
Bah!
So I
Roll
only
a
got
one, yeah.
28
I got a
with the
2.
ghost.
Oh, Molly,
my
I'm sorry.
out of my 4 dice, I had 2 2s and 2 1s.
Oh, but
At least
that's
we don't fumble.
Oh,
Hey,
I
you
hope.
know what?
Fish. What did you get? Sorry,
Sorry.
I was-
28
you got
Nice.
28.
with a
but-
ghost.
Okay,
Well, I
that,
got a ghost, unfortunately.
that's not that's still a success. You still hit Slimer. It
Yeah,
just
just
means something
something
interesting
happens.
happens as well.
I think
Yeah.
we just found the principle.
Probably crossed
I
the
rolled-
bloody stream, so my luck.
I rolled a 13 to maintain.
Okay. So, Dr. Peterson, you keep your beam on Slimer. He's flying around the room. You're trying to sort of rein him in. And Charlie, you can see Slimer taking this beam all over, trying to get out of the way of it. You line up your shot. Particle beam streams out from the emitter. Hits Slimer. Unfortunately, Slimer was up in the chandeliers at the time. And the chandelier that would have illuminated the entirety of the auditorium comes crashing down in the middle of the auditorium, detonating into a million pieces, taking probably half the seating in the auditorium with it. It's like a bomb has just gone off in there. It is a sight of devastation, but you did catch... I think we're losing Fish. You did catch Slimer in the beam, and it looks like between the two beams, Slimer is entangled over the trap. I'm hoping Fish can recover the
Charlie!
connection and stand on the pedal.
Charlie, stomp on the trap! Charlie! Ah!
Yes. Oh
Shall we assume that Charlie is yes stomping on the trap?
I think.
We should come around and see if anyone wants to do anything else in the next round to give Charlie a chance to recover. So, Shard.
Wait a minute. If I am close enough to the trap, which I think I am, I will stomp on the trap to give Charlie a chance.
You're currently stood in the doorway. The foot pedal's right next to where Charlie is. So you'd have to tear
Okay,
across
then fuck it.
the stage to do it. And I don't want to have Fish lose his chance just because he had a
Oh
sudden
no,
bad internet
please,
connection.
by all means, I am very happy to continue my work as old-timey YouTuber because that's actually a lot more important for John.
And-
He doesn't really give a shit about this ghost.
And
But the chandelier, oh my god, it's perfect. Perfect TV.
You do realize that we just basically vandalized the school, and if nothing else, that should bring attention from the principal.
Theodore, you can see that Slimer is still struggling to get out. Did you want to try and get a third beam in to secure the capture of this really quite spicy little ghosty?
Spicy.
You can see him struggling in the containment from the 2 proton beams. Sorry, I didn't mean to boop the microphone there. If you want to have another crack to try and get your beam onto Slimer as well, you're free to roll.
Okay. Sorry.
So it's another moves roll if you want to try and get your beam on.
Oh, me. Okay, I
Yes.
didn't realize who you were talking to. I'm sorry. Okay, then I will try one more time. And please no 2s or 1s this time. Well, okay. That's a 9.
Brownie points?
Again? Why not? Let's do a brownie point.
It's a one shot. The brownie points are there to be used. Feel free to use them.
So that's down to 12 brownie points. All right. 15 now. Yay.
Excellent. So we now got 3 beams locked on this Slimer.
Fish has just said he's got no internet at the moment,
Oh,
so can I
no.
play for him?
Yep,
Oh, no.
absolutely.
So I will go ahead with his plan. But I don't have his character, so what's
That's
his?
fine.
I'm assuming move.
Yep,
triggering
1
the
second.
trap.
I will share his character over to you, Drut. Hang on.
Cheers, my dears.
You are Lester, so that should give you Lester's. His moves are 5.
Okay. Okie dokie. Please don't for Fish. Okay, 5 on the ghost die is taking the Mickey.
Taking the
25 in total.
Oh, crikey. Yeah, no problem.
Or the Mickey. Okay.
Without even looking to be sure where the foot pedal is.
I
Hey!
shut off the proton beam and look away as quickly as possible as I see foot stomping
He's
down.
back.
You've arrived just in time.
Yay!
Fish. There are. Are you with us, Fish? Oh no. Recovering connection. Are you with us?
We can see you.
We can see you, Fish.
Hang on. My,
Oh.
Everything's going horribly wrong.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Hello,
Oh.
Ghost the Fishy.
Rearrange all of my windows and everything because I've had to reopen VC.
Oh,
I've had
no.
to reopen Fantasy
Oh.
Grounds.
Okay.
I can see you're back in Fantasy Grounds. We've got you here on VC. You've arrived just in time for the finale piece of this little melee. 3 of you now have Slimer caught in your proton beams. You stomp on the
What
pedal.
happened
There's
with the ghost? Because I missed it. What
No,
happened?
you didn't
with
miss
my
it.
Ghost die?
oh, your ghost.
No,
No, I meant I missed you
Oh.
telling me what was going on. I've got
It
no
was a
idea
So-
what the ghost did.
Your ghost die. You'd caught Slimer in the beam, but where Slimer was flying around high up in the ceiling, your beam cut through the chandelier that was to illuminate the entire centre of the auditorium. This big chandelier fell down slap bang in the middle of it, detonating into 1,000,000 pieces, taking out the seating underneath it as well. It looks like a grenade's gone off in the centre of the auditorium.
Fortunately, it's dark in here anyway because there's no power.
All you've got to illuminate this is the little red alert emergency
Yeah,
lights
it wasn't lit, so it's not a problem.
And the proton beams.
and the proton beams.
Yeah.
That kind of looks a bit like a Jean-Michel Jarre show
But
at the moment.
that wasn't us. That was Slimer did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. That was Slimer. It's always the
Absolutely,
ghost.
Slimer did that. No.
Yep.
And
Yep,
Slimer.
On the official
Slimer-
after-action report, it will be the ghost that did that.
Well, isn't there a an agreement that's signed right up front that no damages that occur in the process of catching ghosts is our fault and we are not liable?
Yeah. It's
Yep.
the waiver they have to sign first.
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
It is.
Mhm.
I
So,
love
with-
that. We can
I
always
know
go back and let
the
it
waivers
go.
and stuff that are in the legal disclaimers and there's a ton of pseudo legal stuff that was included in the rule book. It's all
Yeah.
very much tongue in cheek and very, very cool.
Just comes down to we're not responsible. Doesn't
Yes.
actually
I
specify
have to
what we're
wonder
not
whether it was-
responsible for. We're not responsible.
A blanket statement, which is indeed
Absolutely
definitely
true.
Sorry, Fish. What were you
Yes.
I have to wonder whether it was an influence on all of the wonderful paperwork and
Oh,
forms and
Slay!
releases that appeared in first edition Slay Industries. They're not in the second edition rulebook,
Aren't they?
but I've still got the first edition rulebook, so I've got access to them from that, and I will be using them when I run
We
Slay
can
Industries.
have the application for blowing up people's houses.
Ooh.
Yeah, application for termination approval, stuff like that. There's some wonderful stuff in there.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Mm.
So with Slimer now caught right
There's
over
also
the
your-
trap
The contract
between
with Slay Industries in first edition is a one-page thing.
Oh my god. Mr.
This-
Clare owns your ass.
basically. With Slimer now caught over the trap between three beams. Charlie confidently stomps on the pedal without even taking his eye off his target, knows absolutely where everything is in relation to his body, stomps on the pedal. The trap opens up. There's a bright flash of light and a whirling of protons as Slimer gets sucked into the trap and your proton beams cut off. The trap kind of rocks and shakes a little as smoke pours out of it.
What color does the light turn?
Proton, the proton, the
Light
actual
turns red.
gun part of the proton thing just sort of rests on the shoulder, and that's how it's done.
I'll pick myself up off the floor carefully.
Yes. Well, at least we know where to find your date when the time comes.
No, I just don't think it would have
Since-
worked.
Well, nothing said you had to,
Since Charlie
until
doesn't
after,
know
like,
that the doors
few
are locked,
parts.
he will pick up the trap and say, "I guess I better put this back out in the car."
No, it's locked. You're gonna have to carry it with you. We can't get out until we find this stupid principal. Speaking of which, I would think that this mess right here would be enough to. Is there some sort of
his attention?
yeah? I mean, this is some that slime creature did some serious vandalism in here. That principal is not doing their job. I have not put the I have not put it down at all. I'm being loud and projecting with my voice to attract more of its attention with my insulting of principal.
How do you attract the attention of a principal? Running in the hall?
Yeah.
Wearing T-shirts that have
Yeah,
inappropriate
that works.
slogans on them.
Mhm.
Peeing in the
Okay.
swimming pool?
We could go pee in the swimming pool. That would be hilarious.
Which one of us has one brain?
I'm hoping you each have one brain.
Did I make a mistake splitting it between the five of them?
No, I think we've got one between us.
So
shared brain
My
cell.
children turn on
we
me.
could try to set up a trap and run through the halls. Have a couple of us be bait running through the halls.
You've got a
With
pack of smokes.
scissors.
Spark up in the toilet. That's another good way of attracting a principal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the toilets?
Are there any toilets?
There
There's
are.
locker
I
rooms.
saw them
I'm sure I saw
previously.
one. I must
Yeah.
have the
Okay,
music room.
This isn't the Enterprise. There must be.
There's okay. There's dogs by the
the-
gym.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah,
got the
they're
showers.
part and parcel of the girls and boys locker rooms.
yeah.
Yeah. 24 and 25.
Yeah,
24,
24,
25,
30, and 30.
Yeah,
30.
24 and 25.
Oh, there's some by the.
There's
There are
25 and
some north of-
24.
Oh,
There should
24,
be multiple
25
24 and
north
25s,
of the
logically.
auditorium.
Number 20 down in the Nerfus's office.
Yeah,
Um,
I was right. We have more than one each of
Yeah.
24 and 25.
yeah.
which are
If you go straight up
boys
from
and girls,
the
respectively.
stage of the auditorium, that's probably
Mhm.
the closest.
Yeah, the corridor that Slimer
Yeah,
initially
probably.
came down from the cafeteria.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A food fight in the cafeteria would definitely draw.
Science labs.
Mhm.
Food
I
fight.
think definitely, yeah, going to 24 or 25 and attracting the ghost there would be the perfect idea because there's no
Okay.
danger at all. No problems with using proton packs near the science labs. That couldn't go wrong.
Okay,
No,
but
not at
how
all.
about
And mirrors.
Oh.
how
God.
about if
Oh,
the smart lock said that the door to the principal's office is locked? Then how about we go there, we break through the door. I can break through any door, I promise you that. And we go vandalize that room.
the principal's office? It's already
Yeah.
been vandalized.
Yeah, I know, but how about we vandalize it? Screw the ghost
The
principal
only
doing
way you could vandalize it more is to light it on fire.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Not with us. We're locked in the building. Not while we're in the building.
I mean, we
Just
could
burn
use
it down
the
and
photon packs to
finish it.
explode the door
Speaking
and
speaking
get
of
out.
fire, are the curtains actually on fire
Yeah.
while we're having this conversation?
Probably.
What's going on?
You'd have to DM me as to which teacher that was at some point, Fish.
Oh no.
Oh shit. Okay. Which do we want to do? I think trying to draw it out and having a couple people ready is going to be our best bet.
Mhm.
Also, Lester, do you want the proton pack back, or do you want me to keep it?
Mine.
Well,
Just because
Well,
you didn't bother
technically-
bringing yours.
you missed it the last couple of times, so I was wondering if maybe I'm
I
better at it.
didn't miss it.
You know,
I was the
I
one who
don't
missed,
miss.
technically.
the only place that you don't miss is during therapy.
Oh my god.
Look, you can appeal to my ego
Okay.
all you like. Give it back.
Fair enough. I take it off and give it back and pick up the Tobin's book.
Yeah.
Tobin's guide. I am going to look through it to the light of the flickering flames on the curtains
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can find anything about drawing out class 4. Well, no, because we don't know its name. It's class 3.
Is there anything in there about ghosts of authority figures?
Is there?
Oh,
Yeah.
let's have a brains roll, please.
Yeah. The
Okay,
don't-
that was more.
Wrong week, Kurt.
That's a 14.
Okay, so Ghost of Authority figures. It might be a class 4 being a person of identity. It could also be a slightly higher grade spirit, possibly a class 7, if it's manifest in multiple powers and abilities.
Which we think it has.
If if it's a class 7, we don't want to fuck with it at all.
Why are you guys so keen to get intimate with ghosts?
Mhm.
Look, is there anything in there about patterns of behavior? You know, ways to annoy it, ways to attract it.
As far as we could figure out based on its behavior so far, doing annoying shit in the hallways, causing a ruckus. Heck, this should be attracting it right here.
We've been causing a ruckus. It ain't
I know. It
Yeah.
ain't. So
So do we know the place is actually haunted? Apart from Slimer.
Yes.
So Slimer
Thanks.
wouldn't have been capable of what you experienced in the comms room.
True, fair enough.
And Slimer came from the wrong direction to be slamming the door behind me
Okay.
and locking it,
Can
let
I-
alone
Yeah.
locking the whole building down.
Can I comment based on information that technically Charlie doesn't know?
Yes.
If you wish. I mean, if you want to make an out of character
Thing
comment, yeah.
that seems to be pissing off the principal, so far is running.
Oh no.
Your comms got lost there, Fish.
Oh, organise some classes. Yeah, the principal's getting pissed off with the school.
My connection went wafty there, didn't it?
Yeah, we didn't hear what it.
I
Yeah,
get
idea
the-
was.
If I'm coming through now,
Yeah.
if I'm
Yes.
coming through now, my suggestion was the thing that seems to piss off this principal ghost is running the school. Go organize some classes.
Ow.
And
Wait,
you won't feel
wait,
like giving a
I can-
lecture.
I would love to give you a lecture. I will give you all a lecture on various aspects of ghost and ghost psychology that you haven't actually sat down and listened to yet. I have a whole bunch. Pull out some notepads. This is so exciting.
Let's find
Go
a
find
classroom.
Yes.
Jack, John. God damn it! I am incapable of saying this goddamn name. John is just happily gonna dog, just doggedly follow Dr. Vector.
Just a second. I had John Dog in my head.
Yeah. I stumbled at the very, very wrong moment.
Okay, there are. If this is your plan, then there are a number of classrooms to pick.
Let's
Yeah.
do
So-
the classroom that's on the corner there between the sports ballroom and the auditorium, because that's the closest to our exit. If we can try to break out if things go really terribly wrong, I think that would be the best classroom to work off of in terms of running away.
Okay.
Also, it's nearly central to the building, so wherever it is,
Okay.
So what? 23. Sorry.
So no, 14. That's
14,
on the
so-
corner between 26 and 43.
Sorry, my brain just went completely the other way.
no worries. But that's what I'm thinking in terms of a good classroom to do it in.
Okay. Let's do it in the classroom.
Mind you, you can have your I can't remember what the part that actually does the shooting is called. You can have your proton packs at the ready, but you must be sitting at your desk with pen and paper and taking notes.
Right, did you have to make that line just as I was not only drinking but trying to take my meds?
Oh,
I damn near choked on my meds then.
Oh man, I
Please.
can't imagine getting your meds like stuck up into the nasal. Oh man. Oh.
It's all good. I'm fine.
Yeah, please do
So-
not kill the ghost master.
where is the PA system run from? And does that run on its own power system?
So there is a slave to the main PA that was in the principal's office, but that has been demolished.
Okay.
The main PA is run from the desk in room 5, which is right next to the comms room that you were in. It's the room you had to go through to get there.
Right. I'm just thinking that sort of thing tends to have its own power supply because they need to make announcements and have alarms go off,
Yeah.
even if the
Mhm.
power goes. And I'm just thinking we could one of us could pop to there and announce the class.
That would be a good idea.
Actually, do it properly.
Mhm.
Theodore can do that.
Cool.
Okay.
Voice of authority.
Yeah. I will be teaching various studies on parapsychology and ghost behavior in the modern world.
Go for it, Theodore.
All right. Attention, students. Dr. Vector whatever the hell his last name is. I
Oh,
don't
you
even
damn you!
bother to remember. Will be holding a lecture in classroom 14 on the topic of what he believes ghosts to
Oh my god.
ghosts and paranormal uh, behavior consist of in the modern day.
Wow.
Attend at your peril. You have been forewarned.
Academic slam there. Well done.
Obviously, there's some academic one-upmanship here, and they are very upset that I'm the one giving the lecture because they think they know as much as I do.
Theodore
No,
just
not
brought a ladder.
Molly, would
Not
you
at
be?
all upset. I could use a nap.
Could I ask you? Wow.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, there's a little bit of a competition. You know, we both have
I'll
5
tell you what, I'm going to
rings.
swing by the nurse's office because I'm going to need some cream for that burn.
Molly, can I ask
Sorry.
for a fast talk roll
Sorry.
from you, please?
No,
Oh,
go
good
for it.
lord. That would be.
So it's the one die from
Yeah.
your call, but +3
Okay.
because you have the fast talk talent.
Okay. Oh god.
So you're rolling 4 dice, one of which will be the ghost die.
Oh, 4 dice. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's less catastrophic. Usually. Let's see. 12, 14, 18.
Lovely. And the ghost die
What was-
didn't come up as 6 at all?
4.
Cool. Perfect.
Okay.
Nice and safe.
Yay.
Message
I
delivered
think-
across the tunnel. It echoes through the empty halls. And the scene is set.
Okay.
Theodore's late for class again, so I'm gonna have to mark them up.
Yes.
So,
All
Shell,
right, I've got.
Theodore strolls in late with a cigarette hanging from his fingers. Just
Oh, he so makes French style.
oh, yeah.
All right, so Theodore's
Yeah.
here. John, are you here?
John is in the front row,
Check.
right in front of the teacher. He's just excitedly clapping his hands, and like he's just very happy. You can see pure glee on his face.
Oh,
Okay.
John is adorable.
John is a very lovely person.
All right.
in his own
Thank you,
way.
John. Thank you. Glad to see you sitting in front.
You're
Charlie,
welcome, Dean. You're welcome. You're awesome. Yes.
give me a second. Okay, I love you. I'm eating a scene. Charlie, are you here?
I think we'll
I
assume that's it.
that
We'll assume a
Charlie is
yes from
present,
Charlie.
yes.
With Frozen. And Theodore. Wait, I already did Theodore. Lester, are you here?
Lester is in the back row, and it's really hard to sit in one of those desks, those seats with the desk folds down over you. But he is somehow doing that and rapping and rocking back on his seat. Which
Oh,
he's
Alright,
doing,
alright.
of course, because those chairs are always connected. He's actually sat in the middle of the road. He's doing it for the entire road.
Flexible and balanced. And good balance.
This scene is hilarious for me for a number of reasons,
Mhm.
all of which will become apparent as I do the closing wrap up. But
Oh, dear.
let me just say that I am loving you for this scene, if nothing else this evening. This is absolutely mustard. Thank you.
I'm going to. All right, let's get started. I'm going to pull out my ghost trap and roll it to the middle of the floor and have the button nearby and ready so that we have that out. And then I'm going to start drawing pictures of different ghosts in various colored chalks. If there's just one, I'll just use whites, and I'll start writing out equations and just start spouting nonsense about how ghost psychology works.
And with an incredibly loud clunk, all the lights come back up. There is a buzz over the intercom, and this voice comes out, "Not in my school!"
Facts.
I
In
think
the
we got
public education system. In this
For
economy.
instance, some ghosts, and then I start spouting off information about this ghost. Hey, Theodore, you're supposed to be taking notes. There's going to be a quiz at the end of the lecture. Please start
Theodore,
taking notes.
Theodore just
Okay.
makes a rude gesture, very calmly, but just sort of.
How many paper aeroplanes can I make in the course of one lesson?
Ooh.
So I'm lining them up with the intent of periodically flinging them down
Oh.
at the front.
So from the
Jack
classroom that
raises
backs
his
onto
hand
this,
very seriously and is
John?
like, did anybody prepare the shiny stuff and the trappy stuff?
Yeah, there's a trap on the floor.
Yes.
And then
So-
he just resumes eagerly listening. He's just very
from the room that backs onto this, you can hear what sounds like desks flying around and hitting the walls. You can hear the blackboard. It sounds like possibly a desk or two has impacted and broken the blackboard. There's a shattering of bulbs.
John
can
will
see-
scream out, please keep down. We're trying to learn here.
Oh yeah. I will also respond with that, and I'll turn and pound on the wall next to the blackboard. Be like, can you please at least keep it quiet for those students? My students are they need quiet and calm to actually learn things. Otherwise, they get rowdy. And then go back to lecturing.
Theodore starts humming, "We don't need no education."
I'm going to rock all of the desks back in one go. So there's this massive crump as all the front legs land simultaneously.
You're just getting out all of your school stresses now, aren't you?
Yes.
Again,
Give me a
over
minute,
the
I'm-
intercoms comes this voice. This is my school. And the door at the teacher's end of the classroom, so literally a couple of feet away from where Dr. Peterson is standing, doesn't just open, comes flying off its hinges and slams into the first desk in the row.
Yeah.
And that there is a floating apparition of an elderly man. Not elderly, no. That's
Middle-aged?
yes, we'll go with middle-aged. Yes, late
maturity
middle-aged. The
Yes.
grey-haired, balding, showing his years. The sort of elderly statesman sort of teacher. Pristine suit, but obviously transparent. And even though you can see right down to his shoes, he's floating a good 6 inches off the ground. And you can see remnants of ectoplasmic energy still dancing around his fingertips, presumably from where he just threw the door casually across the room off its hinges.
Principal, I'm bargaining. Would you care to continue this lecture for our children? I believe that you are much more well versed in this. I would love to hear what you have to say on the subject. And look
Fish
at
is
how
head in
eager their
hands already.
faces are. Look at how eager their faces are.
I am sure you can teach us so much more. Please, Mr. Principal, please.
I'm currently dismantling a Bic and starting to chew little bits of paper. I just want the barrel.
You do have your proton pack ready, right? Okay, thank God.
That's on the floor next to my right hand.
So, Shard,
Yep.
your banter. Roll it.
Woo! I got a 6 on the ghost die.
Oh God.
Excellent.
Oh no.
Oh, bullets.
5, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I didn't add the 6. 25.
If only it hadn't been for the ghost die. Still a very good roll. The principal looks at you.
Oh no.
There's a pause while it seems like he's contemplating your offer. And then things go just a little bit wrong. He points with his left hand out towards the back of the class. Get out of my school! And energy flies out of his hands, Star Wars Emperor style,
Hmm.
I'm ducking.
down across the room, straight over the heads of everyone at the desks.
Might
For you,
definitely
Shard,
be.
he extends his other hand out to you.
Can I throw
Stop!
a spitball at him?
And yes.
Because I reckon that might confuse him. I'm going to pop a spitball down the pen. I've been chewing it.
Moves.
Oh.
Let's see,
Okay.
spitball. That's going to be long range for a spitball because you said you're
Oh,
at the
yeah.
back of the class. So that's a 15, please.
Yeah, it's not happening, is it?
Why is no one shooting it with actual proton laser?
That'll come in a
16.
second.
Yes.
Okay, you hit him with the spitball.
Hot damn.
Bloody hell. I think I had elevation bonus.
Elevation bonus.
It bounced off some of the ectoplasm he was
Yeah.
throwing across the room.
Doings.
But Shard,
Mhm.
he does a similar thing in your direction. Pushes his hand out. You are pushed up against the wall and pinned to the wall in a web of ectoplasm.
And Theodore giggles. Just he can't help it. Just a little bit. But,
My
um,
intellectual superiority
You are
is
not one of
confirmed.
my teachers.
Well, I can see how you treated your previous teachers, which is why they're gone.
can,
So
I'm going full on distraction here. Take advantage
I
of
want
it.
to kick things
Where-
over.
Shoot him, I guess.
yes.
He wants to kick
Yeah.
the desk in towards the I guess the teacher's desk close enough to the
principal.
to the ghost.
Yep.
Sorry,
Mhm.
word. To the ghost.
Okay,
And like
so you're going to be kicking a table towards the ghost.
are like towards not really towards the ghost, more like to try to interrupt the ray of energy.
Okay,
Okay.
Molly,
He
what are you up?
doesn't really need to hit the ghost. He just wants to make sure that the ray of energy.
Okay,
Okay.
Molly, what are you?
So he
What?
has like he's rolling muscle.
So I'm going to get statements of intent from each of you, and then I'll do the rolls. So I just want to know roughly what everyone's up to during the turn. So you're going to be kicking a ghost to interrupt the energy. Molly, what are you up to?
Tully, combining names here. Theodore
I do it all the time.
will not bother dropping his cigarette, which he's been pretending to smoke all this time, but will actually pull out the proton pack and try to shoot.
Okay, shooting with the proton pack.
Yes, the ghost, not Dr. Vector.
I thought it was the proton thing by the sounds of it.
I suspect if you shot Dr. Vector with a proton pack, he would very soon become a ghost.
Yes, and you know I love you, Shard. It's just that we always seem to have characters that clash. So sorry.
I'm very good at clashing.
So,
I mean,
Drat.
have you seen the way that I paint my nails?
What is Lester up to?
Lester, having placed the spitball to no effect, is going to one-handed open fire with the proton pack down by his right-hand side.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm going to Han Solo this bastard.
Fabulous.
Shard, you're kind of pinned up against the wall. What are your intentions?
My intention is to try to at least get my hands free enough to light up another cigarette while I'm trying to still continue bargaining with this guy and keep his attention.
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, this channel does not endorse smoking in any
Oh, no.
form.
This is an
No.
80s film. It's
Yes.
Ghostbusters, and there was a lot of it in there.
There was.
Yep.
This is
There
true.
was. So, Fish, while we've got you on comm still, any actions from Charlie?
Shooty McShoot.
Oh,
Shoot him and shoot.
Proton pack
Okay,
all the way.
that's two of you proton packing. Okay, so Alexia,
three.
Three of us proton
three of you.
packing.
Sorry,
Yeah.
yes, three of you proton pack. I forgot.
Yeah.
Drat, I do apologise. I forgot the Han Solo.
Yep.
Okay, so Alexia, let's have your kicking things over roll for your interrupting the flow of energy.
Okay, so I have a 5 on muscle.
Yeah.
So it's 5.
And you've got
Last kick things over, which is 2.
3. It's another 3.
Oh boy, it's an 8. Okay.
8 dice.
Out of which one is a ghost.
One of those is indeed the ghost die, yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's the ghost die is 3, so I'm doing good.
Yep.
6. Wait. 5 plus 2 is 7, not 6. Good on me. It's a 10 plus 4 more. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Plus 10, 15 plus 10 is 25.
Goodness me. Okay.
Ooh.
You kick the desk. And you kick it with such force that the top flies off, interrupting the beam of ectoplasmic energy that was pushing Shard against the wall. And the rest of it interrupts the beam that was going over everyone else's heads.
Ooh,
Cool.
sweet.
Unless it deflects it, in which case we're all now going to get fried.
Well, F.
Not as yet.
Not yet. Yet being the operative word here.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Now, there was some shooting going on, so Molly,
Okay.
unleash.
My 3
The beam.
dice. 8.
I was about to say unleash electrons, but it's a proton pack, so unleash the protons.
Yes. My proton stream is a feeble 8 out of. I only have 3 dice. So. And,
Eight is-
Okay, the classroom is a small area, so you're firing at short range, which means you are needing just 5s to hit.
okay.
So you have
Oh,
hit him with your proton
excellent.
pack, yes.
Yay!
Yay! And my ghost die was only 4. So.
Nice.
Yay.
Okay,
Excellent. I actually
so the
did
first
something.
beam has struck him. Doesn't seem to have bothered him too much. Clearly, this guy's a little tougher than Slimer.
Mhm.
We might be in cross the streams mode.
Nah, it's not God.
Drut,
Okay.
the Han Solo moment, firing from under the desk.
Yep. I'm so going to need a higher roll than other people.
Yeah, you're going to need a 10.
Yeah. Got that on those 2 dice that weren't the ghost die, and my ghost die was a 2.
Oh, damn it! I want more ghost dice coming up.
Heh.
Sorry.
Okay,
I was
I'm
just
sorry,
playing
we're
the
just too
glow in
good.
the
so
dark.
again,
Desk is gone.
yeah, the desk gone. But the beam
that's
does
the
again strike the principal.
Yep.
He's starting to look across the room now, not looking at Shard, but looking at the students. And Charlie, you were shooting as well, so you got.
A new person who's
Yeah,
actually
can
got
you
the
roll my
skill.
dice for
I
me?
can, yeah. Is it 5, yeah?
No, it's 8.
8,
8.
sorry. My
8.
apologies.
Yeah,
Dang.
yeah. Charlie has 5 moves and skill in the proton pack.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. 10.
Now, the-
20.
Did you just say damn it?
No. I got halfway through about saying something, and then I heard the numbers coming through, so I stopped.
Okay.
26, 27, 31.
Nice.
Ooh.
So the
Oh,
cool thing
wow.
about what Charlie's just done is that ghosts
Written his
have
name.
basically have 2 stats. They've got their abilities and a rating, and then they've got their an ectoplasmic force rating. I can't remember the exact term without looking it up. But for every multiple over the target number to hit you get, it does more damage to the ghost.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Huh.
So whilst the ghost now isn't weakened enough that you could risk opening the trap, it's definitely weaker after Charlie's shot than the other 2.
Charlie's the competent one.
Evidently.
I mean,
The ghost stops trying to pin Shard to the wall, looks at the class. You can't destroy me in my own school. This is my terrain. I have ultimate power, and throws his arms out. Not unlike the Emperor. Not that I was watching Star Wars that long
shit.
ago.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
and effectively tries to electrocute all of you
Ooh.
in pulling power from the light sockets they had destroyed in the previous room, just channeling through the wall and through him through to his
Oh,
fingertips.
that's cheating.
Oh. It's definitely rude. Okay.
Very.
So,
Would that be dodge
That
or
would
jump?
it would be dodge. If you have dodge, roll it. Otherwise, moves to get out of the way of this.
Okay, I'm rolling for fish as well.
That's fine.
okay.
Okay.
I don't suppose. No. No, I'm not running. Sniffing would do me absolutely no good in this
In this
I'm assuming.
situation, probably not. No.
Yeah.
Fish has dodged. I'm sorry.
I rolled an 18,
Oh, that
and it was a 1 on the ghost die.
okay.
I got a 12 and a 3 on the ghost die.
Awesome.
I got a 2 on the ghost die and 11 on the other die.
Okay. So you all dive for cover behind desks. Pull the desk down.
I got 18. on
Okay.
bricks, including 6 on the ghost.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh,
At
God.
least one of us has to do it.
Yeah. Rolled really well for fish.
So you all dive over your desks. Pull the desk down to give yourself some cover. This
Yeah,
electricity
away.
hits all these wooden desks and doesn't really do much. Unfortunately for Lester, his was one of the new desks. They're metal.
Oh no! Yeah.
Excellent.
Lester, would you be kind enough to take, let's call that 3 brownie points of damage, please?
Oh. If I
As electricity roots through your hands from where you've grabbed the desk and decides to ground through your kneecaps where your knees are on the floor.
Oh.
just as well it didn't blow up my proton pack, innit?
There,
Or go
there's
through your heart.
Yeah.
there's a
Or
specifically
worse, like
for
your hair.
specifically for Theodore. There is a definite tinge of burnt dog, perhaps. Certainly burnt hair,
Oh.
Okay.
and everyone can see there's sort of smoke coming off of Lester's now not quite so perfectly coiffured hair
Coiffed.
because it's
Is-
all
is-
sticky uppy.
So Lester now has an afro.
No.
No, he has that
Yeah.
that hair that just doesn't stick like an afro. It just sticks like a very used broom.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like if you have curly hair and you run a brush through it and
Well,
all of the
obviously-
curls break down and it goes.
This is obviously a movie, and it is Ghostbusters, so there's always time for chit chat in bad scenes like this.
Absolutely.
Lester, that's a good look for you. I love it. We should try that again when we're, in private.
Oh. I love that look. Okay, so since you said, I think you said Theodore's name, particularly for calling Theodore's attention to that?
Just that you could smell burnt hair.
Okay.
Knowing that you've got the trait for talent for
For
smelling,
sniff. Okay.
for
Okay.
sniff.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
burnt hair product.
Obviously, there is a burnt human in front of us.
yes. Okay,
Well,
that
Chris.
is excellent. So, good thing that none of your hair product was actually flammable.
You shot my hair.
Oh no!
Okay, Drut's next attack roll is going to be all 6s. Apart from the ghost die, which is going to be a 5.
Mhm.
Bring it. I'm burning. Can you only burn 1 brownie point at a time?
No.
But
There, it does state that you can burn multiple. It doesn't give a limit to how many, but given that you have a limited amount of points available,
right, I am burning 3 points, bringing me down to 14.
don't forget it's 4 brownie points per die.
Yeah, I know.
Just
Oh,
checking.
sorry, yeah. My apologies. I glitched and thought it was 4, so 13 then. So I am rolling a total of 4 dice. Oh, You know that joke you made?
Oh,
Another ghost.
really?
6665.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh, that's awesome.
Are you? What you mean to tell me is you're absolutely pulling off the scene. You shot my hair, brat.
Yes. Shut my head, son of a bitch. It was Spaceballs, wasn't it?
It was
Please tell
Spaceballs,
me
yes. It was Spaceballs.
Thank you.
As soon as I saw the comment in chat, I knew that was where it was coming from.
Hmm. Daphne's an ego with a machine gun. Equivalent. Okay.
Not bad for a girl. Not bad for a girl. Not that wasn't bad for Rambo.
Okay.
So what was the total there?
23.
Bloody hellfire. Okay. So, in a shot,
14 hit points.
not entirely influenced in the style of what Charlie had done just moments earlier.
I like Charlie's style. What can I say?
Lester catches the guy, not a poltergeist, it's not a poltergeist at all, catches the ghost squarely in the beam. No tracking it down through the scenery first, just dead on. Bam, centre mass, if ghosts had had mass. Alexia, what's John up to?
John is just looking in awe and searching for. He doesn't really need to kick anything anymore, so he's just taking out the camera.
Okay. Can I have a moves roll? I'll come back round to it, but get ready to make a moves roll for John to make sure you frame everything properly.
Thank you.
Moliere, what is Theodore up to?
Okay. I don't know much else to do other than continue with the proton pack.
Okay, so when I come around for dice rolls, Shard.
I am going to, after I've been let down, obviously I'm no longer the target. I'm going to crawl towards the button for the trap that's laid out with the cigarette hanging out of my mouth, getting ready to stomp on the button as soon as it's ready to be stomped.
Okay, you are just a little bit slimed because obviously he ectoplasmed you to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But you're getting ready to stomp on the trap. Fish, what is Charlie up to?
Fish is
I
frozen
think Fish may have
again.
frozen again. Would you like to
Yep.
step in for Charlie? What's Charlie going to be doing?
Charlie is going to carry on zapping it and attempt to bring it down towards where the trap is.
Okay, since you've got dice there, we'll start with Charlie's dice roll.
So that's 8.
And Molly, while Drut's rolling for Charlie, do you want to roll your shooting as well?
Sure.
Okay, so that is a 5, 10,
Okay.
15, 20, 25, 27.
Holy heck.
He's very good at it.
I don't suppose the ghost die was a 6, was it?
It was a 5.
Damn it.
Okay. I got a 9.
That's fine. You only needed 5s.
Okay. But it still is. I feel so inadequate now. After coming after that roll, but the ghost die was a 2.
Okay, no problem there.
Should not feel inadequate. That
No,
was
absolutely not.
more than adequate.
Everything that goes to deplete the ghost's ability to stick around and do things is just a little bit closer to getting the ghost in that teeny tiny little trap.
Consider, I can't shoot it, and neither can John. We're the least adequate here at the moment.
Well, okay, we will have a competition to see who is the least adequate, and I will win that.
No, it's too late. I'm already winning.
Alexia.
I have rolled my moves to see how I frame my shot,
Yep.
and I got an 11 on the non-ghost die and a 3 on my ghost die.
Excellent. Nicely framed shot there. It's looking very cinematic. The YouTube crowd are
He's
going to
very
love
happy.
it.
If YouTube existed.
Yeah.
Shard.
Yeah.
Hmm? Is it looking like it's ready, or is
It's not looking ready yet. No, the ghost is still looking very. I mean, the ghost is being surrounded by beams, but they're not quite wearing it down like they did on Slimer.
I'm going to distract it with some more bargaining then. I'm going to stand up covered in slime. So, you realize this is just one school. You could run so many more schools and have so many more children to teach and to, control and have worship you while you're walking through all of the classrooms. Have you considered moving from one school to the next and maintaining them all as your territory?
Make the roll.
Appeal to sense of
Power.
I mean, on the one hand, John feels you. On the other hand, John
Is
has the same look on his face that I am if he weren't so focused on the shot.
I am not worried about my health. I've got my friends to back me up. I'm being the arrogant, distracting asshole, like Peter Venkman. Not nearly as well. 3 on Ghost, and then 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay.
Dang.
Doesn't seem to be. You don't seem to be swaying him on that one so much.
No. It's just trying to take his attention off of them enough to make it easier to hit him, to not be hit by.
Okay, so
That's
for
my
those
intent.
of you that are shooting,
do I get to shoot him as well?
you did your shot at the start when you
I rolled for fish. I didn't roll for me.
Oh,
No, but you did the. You
But
did the big
you
shot
did
like
the-
fish.
my hair
I
shot.
thought that was last. I thought
no,
that was last turn.
that was the start of this
sorry,
round.
sorry.
Sorry.
okay.
So the ghost looks at the three of you that are shooting him with these beams, reaches out with his right arm and almost wraps it around the proton beam. Then does the same with the left arm.
Oh, jeez.
Fish and Drup. It's holding on to your beams,
Well,
and it
that's
tries to
not.
pull you both forwards, but
No.
doesn't quite have the power.
I've got no power.
I didn't quite make the roll to pull either of you. But the fact that it's there and just wrestling with the beams, it doesn't seem overly concerned by them at this point.
Mm-hmm. I think we should have brought more than 3 proton packs.
thought
I
we
tried to
had
get more.
4. I thought 4 of us had them, but
Mm-hmm.
so you didn't have your proton pack, Shard?
No, I wanted to go back and trade out the PKE meter for a proton pack because the PKE meter was useless after I got ghosted. Too much proximity. But we're locked in until we get rid of this.
And John doesn't have a proton pack.
That's true. John didn't have anything except for a bullhorn.
Dude,
Bullhorn,
I
walkie-talkie,
needed
and camera.
walkie-talkie to talk to all of you, and the screamy thing to scream at all of you, and the camera because it's vital.
Also, none of us told John to grab a proton pack.
This is true.
Okay. I am going to attempt a charm roll
Okay.
while holding my proton pack on him. I am going to attempt. Basically, this is a bullshit roll, but it's charm because it's this. What was we don't know his name, do we?
No.
We don't know how far.
You don't know how far
Principal.
back.
I am a secret school inspector, and I have to say, you have been exemplary in your duties.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Appealing to the same arrogant narcissism.
So, and I reckon that's charm I can do that on.
I think that's a bluff, not a
smarming.
charm.
I don't
What
know.
is charm if not bluff?
You were hurt, weren't you, in the dating world? But I reckon there's enough smarm. But if you want it on chart, just
Yeah, I think that delving into the levels of something that you are not,
yeah. Okay.
I think that is more bluff.
Okay. Yeah, someone's never dated in a bar. Okay. Right. Okay. So that is 11, 12, 13, 19, 23.
As if
and
you needed
no,
the extra.
ghost die.
As if you needed the extra 3. Goodness me.
And no, the ghost die was not a 6.
Okay. Let's go through what everyone else is doing at the same time, and we'll come back to how that pans out.
Okay. I'm trying to distract the bugger.
Alexia, while Lester is doing the turning on the charm, turning on the smarm, turning on the smooth voice and the
Putting on the wits.
yes, that's the phrase. Thank you. Yes. What is John up to?
Is filming.
Still filming.
He's
Okay.
still rolling, and he just wants to add some extra confusion to the whole thing, and he wants to be like, but principal, you are like, why are you so upset that you have teachers in your school? Because like, if you don't have teachers in your schools, then what are we supposed to learn from? Because like, I mean, you can teach us, sure, but you can teach all of us because the school is big, and sometimes you're not that good at soccer, I suppose.
Oh,
Okay. Fine. We'll work on that. Molly, what about
That's
Theodore?
supposed to be a fast talk, by the way.
Okay, but if in that case, make the fast talk roll, and we'll come back round to it.
Yes.
okay.
So what's your fast talk? So it's if you've got the fast talk talent, then you're rolling the number of dice for the trait plus 3 for the talent.
Okay, then it's a 5 tinsel.
Okay, so roll your 5 dice.
At 10 plus 5 plus 1, so it's a 16.
Okay. Molly.
Okay. Continue shooting the proton pack, and also move one hand from shooting and take out the cigarette, throw it at the principal, just on general on general, as it were, principles. So
Realised where you were going there.
yes.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Did not think that sentence out clearly.
moves roll, please.
That would okay. And 9, 13. And a 4 on the ghost. There.
Okay, so you got the beam on, flick the cigarette, and keep beaming. No problem.
Okay.
Shard. There's a lot of talking going on. One person shooting. I think just keeping the beam on. So yeah.
I'm gonna just sit back on the desk, smoke, and be like, "See, this is an appropriate show and tell for a classroom. They're already showing what they learned today in my lecture." Of course, my foot is still poised over the trap button, but I'm just gonna take it easy and watch while everyone else that can do anything continues doing things.
Okay.
I'm very sure that Charlie, not Charlie, Theodore one day is gonna kill the good doctor.
Probably. Yes.
Like
Charlie.
I am certain of that.
Just whoops, the beam slipped. So sorry.
Why would Charlie kill the doctor? The doctor knows what he's talking about.
I wonder why.
Anything from Charlie?
I wonder why.
Or if Charlie's still
Shoot him at bang
shooting him at bang bang, right?
Okay.
Still shooting.
Yay.
bang. Me rolling?
Might be safest, I think, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, Fish is nodding.
We all have roles, and Charlie's really good at shooting ghosts.
Oh,
I don't want to get in the way of that.
15, 20, 25, 6, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33.
33. That's a hell of a shot. Bloody hell, Fish.
Yeah.
Good job, Fish. Good job.
And still no 6 on the
Yeah.
ghost die.
Sorry.
God, you guys are making my life difficult. Okay, so a solid shot again from Charlie's proton pack. Visibly shakes the ghost. Almost what you see as the principal almost sort of shimmers a little bit, like it's starting to lose the ability to project the image of itself, albeit briefly. Because having tried to pull the pair of you in, it unwraps its arm from the beam that Fish was thrown out, and starts pulling in on the beam that you've got dropped. It's physically pulling you forwards.
Okay.
You're trying to stand your ground, but the desk's shoveling forwards. Tell your friend to stop shooting, and we'll talk. It's like he's pulling in on a rope. That is your proton beam.
He really is desperate.
But he's still got some power to be pulling you through, to be exerting that much energy.
I am going to, on my turn, which I assume is
Shoot him again! Shoot him again!
I am going to shoot him again, but I am going to go for a real Hail Mary.
Nice.
1,
So you're gonna go all the way down to 2.
Ooh.
It's 8. No, 5. Thank you.
Fair.
And I am going for an extra 2 dice.
Okay.
Ooh.
So that's rolling 5 dice. Keep them crossed. Yeah, who you calling die a friend indeed.
You know, the more dice you have, though.
The more
Well,
chance
I've got
there
5 on the ghost die.
Damn it!
Yay!
And then I got 18, 24, 29 including the ghost die.
Bloody hell. Okay.
Nice.
So you've... Again, I'll cover the narration once we've gone around and find out what everyone else is doing. So, Lexi. From John.
Yes. So basically, John's just gonna hang back this round. He's just gonna keep filming. He's gonna look at the principal, and he's gonna try to basically to regroup to see what the others are doing, and like try to mimic them in a way.
Okay.
He's a little out of his element, and his element is kicking, so you know.
Okay. Molly.
Okay.
What about Theodore?
Basically, redoubling the efforts on shooting, and I will burn off an additional 4 brownie points for an extra die.
Okay.
And okay. Boop. Oh. Bleh. 3 on the ghost die. 7, 10. So
That's still enough to strike and get some extra damage with it as well. So it's a solid strike. 2 beams wrapping around the ghost. Shard, am I right in thinking you're waiting for the foot stompy?
Yeah, I'm waiting to make sure that it's actually in a state that the trap will work before foot stomping, so yes.
Okay.
But I am paying attention to the fight.
And is Fish shooting? Sorry, Charlie shooting?
I'm going to assume Charlie's shooting. Because Fish is still looking.
Yeah.
okay.
Yep, he's nodding.
Okay.
I've almost killed myself doing this, by the way.
Oh.
Charlie's
It's
fine.
It's not death. It's just going broke.
Okay, so that is 1 on the ghost die. And that is
So many dice rolls and so many few sixes.
10, 18, 20, 24, 28,
Okay.
29, sorry.
So, with 3 of you firing beams on this thing, the beams start to wrap around like a lasso and then start to intertwine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a cocoon.
Like, yep.
Hit the damn button.
And
As soon as
at
soon
that
as
moment,
as soon as I see it do that, I immediately stomp the button.
Dr. Peterson stomps the button. Big, bright light. There's a cry from the ghost of, "No!"
Yes.
There is one final
Yeah.
outpouring of energy from the ghost as it gets sucked into the trap, knocking down, knocking a hole through the wall either side of where the ghost is. Again, right next to where Sharp was pinned up against it.
That's for my quiff, you asshole.
And the trap's there, rocking on the ground, smoke pouring out of it.
Need to get that one banked like now.
Agreed.
Doors are locked, you say, yeah?
They shouldn't be now. If anything, everything should be opened up. That.
Let's not take a chance.
Nope. Let's hoof it.
Yes.
At least get it attached to the power backup in the car so we can rush home.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm headed straight for the nearest exit, which is
The way you came in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are actually
Okay.
close. We are close to the exit
Okay.
where in the classroom that we chose,
Yeah.
Okay.
which was intentional.
Okay.
So you
Yeah, leg it
carrying
back to the car.
both traps. The 5 of you tear us out of this school.
I mean, I can carry all those traps because I'm a big
Yeah.
boy.
It's clean now. The house is clean. Bye.
You get to the front doors. Not only are they not locked, but they are wide open. The storm just emptying through the doors. You're wet before you even step outside.
Well, it's been very exciting.
I'm not even gonna shut the doors behind us because we don't have the means of locking it. I'll when we get back, I'll just call the groundskeeper and tell him it's sorted. You can go back and lock up.
Yeah, you can resecure it. Don't go inside. Give it a couple of days to air out.
Yes.
Falls out forever. Exactly.
Thank you, Croto. Oh, that was Fish.
That was Fish. Yep.
Thanks, Fish.
And that wraps the plot. You've caught the big ghost.
Yay.
And the little one.
And the little one as
Yeah.
well, yes. Thank you very much for that, folks. I do hope you as players enjoyed it, and I hope those watching enjoyed it. I
was a
know
great
it's
time.
Halloween. I know it's
That
the
was a
spooky
lot of
season.
fun.
Yeah,
That was-
Thank you
Halloween
for
can be fun
running
as
it.
well as scary.
Yes. Thank you.
Now, the idea for this was actually something that a friend of mine said on another Discord server that I'm on, which I think possibly Fish might have caught on to earlier with the line he said in chat. He said, what if the Breakfast Club were ghosts?
Oh.
And I kind of went Ghostbusters with it. So I took the byline from the Breakfast Club and made each one of them a Ghostbuster.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you have the brain, the beauty, the jock, the
Yeah.
rebel, and the recluse. Now, there's only 4 stats, so it's kind of hard to shuffle them around to get that. But that's where your characters came from.
Are you saying I'm Molly Ringwald?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent.
Honestly, I kind of figured that was the direction it was going as soon as it was more confirmed that it was the principal that has issues,
Yeah.
and given the attitudes of the players.
Moliere, you made a brilliant Ali Sheedy.
Oh God, I'm never going to escape that. Even in the 80s, they said that all the other redheads were compared to Molly Ringwald. No,
Yeah.
I was Ali Sheedy.
I was prepared Ali
Now,
Sheedy.
here's the thing.
Yes.
So,
Exactly.
the beauty was Molly Ringwald.
Mhm.
That was Dra.
Yep.
Ali Sheedy was the recluse, wasn't she?
Yep.
That was Shard.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Well, that.
That's
So they didn't all
Yeah.
get played to type.
Oh, you answered
Okay.
Michael Hall.
The brain,
nerd.
yes, the brains.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Johnny Smith.
I think it's pretty obvious, perhaps, which one Alexia was. Alexia was the jock.
Alexia is Emilio
So,
Estevez.
Yes.
Oh.
I don't think actually I did too badly on playing the character as intended.
I think you did pretty well there, yeah. But I like the fact that I hadn't telegraphed in advance exactly what was going on with it.
Yeah.
And it was nice to see the characters played from a completely different angle just based on what was there. The stats didn't necessarily specify how the characters would be played.
Yeah.
Very, very cool from my side to see.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that didn't fall into the right role.
So
I have no idea if I did or didn't because I do not know that movie.
Watch Club.
Watch Club.
Yes.
Absolutely, Watch
definitely.
Club.
Adding it to Watch Club.
I
It is
have-
one of my favourite films of
It is
all
a
time.
brilliant film. Absolutely brilliant film. And if you haven't seen it, it is well worth looking out for.
It's a
awesome.
great feel-good movie.
Yeah.
Hey,
it
I
really
might
is.
actually be able to join Watch Club for the next few weeks, depending.
Yay. That
Okay,
would be awesome.
so that was your Halloween.
That was indeed.
Tuesday, we
Yes, thank
are finishing Era Survival, Halloween,
Yes.
Hallowstream 1. Wandering the caves, they've just found a way down, and there is something howling in the darkness. I'm sure everything will be fine given they've fled bats. So that is Tuesday.
I
at,
have a Sorry, carry on.
It's Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. UK on this channel.
Mhm.
I have a big trouble quote going through my head though down here.
Yeah.
You have a gun, I hope. I have a knife.
Yes, exactly. No, yes. Once infected, you can see things nobody else can see. Okay,
Yeah.
so yes, we'll be back on here, and I will be finishing them off then.
Mm,
I'm sure it'll all be fine, and
tasty.
nobody will get eaten.
I'm
Eating
sure.
is an option.
I'm sure we
So-
won't get eaten. Some of us won't.
Thank you, Knight. I'll
Yay,
allow
thank you.
you to sign off.
That was
Thank you,
wonderful.
folks. That does indeed bring us to an end tonight. As I said just now, I hope that both our players enjoyed it, and I hope you folks watching enjoyed it. I certainly had a blast with it. It's a little out of my normal wheelhouse because I don't do the comedy stuff particularly well or particularly often, but I had fun with that one. So thank you for letting me run with it. Now, some of our streamers, some of our players also stream themselves. So does anyone have any streams coming up this week that they want to shout out about?
I actually may end up streaming more this week just because I'll have a lot more time and it'll be earlier in the day, so we'll see. But look forward to random earlier streams from me.
I should be streaming tomorrow at 8 p.m. At the moment, I may well be continuing with Zombie Army 4
Ooh,
Dead
excellent.
War,
Nice.
my Monstrous Monday.
Fabulous.
Awesome. I won't be behind the drum kit until Thursday, but I will be playing drums on Thursday, and possibly some more Forza on Friday and again on Saturday because I'm kind of hooked on that now it's out.
Fair enough.
And I maybe, if I can get it together, I will do some streaming at some point this week. Hope at the very least, I'm hoping for Friday. it all depends on how determined the nap monsters are, and in making me
Mm,
sleep way too much.
There's
yeah.
no such thing.
Yeah.
12 to 14 hours a day is
It's
you
a
have no
lot.
time to do anything else.
Yeah. And yes,
I
Fish
mean, if you're
returning to
tired, you're
streaming.
tired. You're a living creature.
Mm.
Fish returning to streaming, hopefully in the new year when he
Yay.
has time off.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I need
Yay.
more CC3 plus
Really.
tutorials, please,
I need
Fish.
to get my internet sorted by the time I get my time off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Yay.
Thank you very much. So, if you want to get
time
involved,
off in January, time off in February, time off in March, and time off in April.
Ooh.
lots of time off coming up for you then,
Carry on.
Fish.
Mhm.
Sorry,
Are
Fish.
you?
I thought you'd finished. I
Awesome.
do apologise.
Okay.
Yeah, all my year's holiday in 3 months, basically.
What about the rest of
Oh.
the year? Or is that this year's holiday?
That's this year.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's this year's
Oh.
holiday. I haven't taken any.
Wow.
Oh gosh. Wow.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Well, at least you got some good free
And
times
the
coming
beginning
up.
of next year's, because that's where April comes in.
Ah, right.
Hmm.
Yes, I keep forgetting not every company runs the calendar year for their vacation.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm burning off like 3 weeks of vacation time before the end of the calendar year, before I lose it.
Mm,
So
Cool.
yeah.
So if you like what we do, then you
Oh,
can.
sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you like what we do, then you can get involved by following us here on the channel. You can tip, you can donate, exclamation point tip or donate. We'll bring up a link for that. We also have a Discord where we get together, play, chat, and generally just give each other support, moral support, shout each other out, big each other up, all the cool stuff.
A hard time.
And that's what Knight meant by moral support.
Yeah.
So, thank you folks very much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Back to see you Tuesday.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.